KD didn't leave mid-season. LeBron, when he made the decision, didn't leave mid-season. They finished their contracts out. That's why I can have a little bit more respect for them than I can for James Harden. I know the whole KD thing going to Golden State. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about waiting until their contract was up with their team and then going somewhere. James Harden could have opted out at the end of this year and then went somewhere else. He could have finished the season out.
Man.
No, hell no. He could have finished
This
the
is a really
season
bad
out.
argument.
He could. No, it's not. He could have finished the
on.
season out
Why
with the
didn't
76ers.
Come on.
No,
I agree.
I agree with Troy.
I agree.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of From the Sideline podcast. I'm your host, Troy, and I am back with the boys. What's up, fellas? I am back.
That's the word, top of the morning.
Top of the morning. We're gonna start with the non-regulars. We got Charles back in the building. What's up, Charles?
What's up, guys?
Good to have you. We got Richie
Thank
back. Third time stop by. Richie, what's up, Richie?
What's up, guys? How you doing?
That's right, Richie Chicago. All right, Richie Chicago. I gotta remember that. I gotta call you your full name, Richie Chicago. We got GK in the house. GK, are you with me?
What up?
G Kizzle.
All right, we got Roy in the house. What's up, Roy?
You know, the one and only.
The
Present.
one and only. And coming back, baby, we got him back in the building. It's been a while, man. You can see I'm excited today. I'm excited. He's back in the building. Tighten Up is in the house.
Always,
What's
man.
up? Tighten Up.
Always,
It is
man. What's
good
going
to
on,
have
good
you
brothers?
back,
Miss you,
brother.
good brothers.
Now, Tighten Up to miss some episodes, and he got some things he want to talk about. So, and he's in this episode, it might be one in the upcoming episodes. You might see us go back over some stuff that he missed because he got some opinions on them things, and we're gonna get into it.
Just a couple. You know what I mean?
You know we like to get at
gripe.
each other, but we got to get into it, man. Let's get into it. We're gonna start off with the Super Bowl. I want your picks and I want your scores, all right? And you don't gotta wait for me to call on. We're gonna start with Roy, and then whoever wants to go next can go next. Get into it. I'm gonna start first, though, Roy. I didn't really mean start with you. I'm gonna start with me. The Super Bowl, I got the Rams winning. I think the key to the Rams winning is that defense. They need to come out the same way they came out against Arizona and the Bucks, punch the Bengals in the mouth, and then don't let them back in the game. Defense has to be consistent. I think the key matchups for me in this game are the Bengals corners and safeties versus the Rams wide receivers, because Eli Apple been running his mouth. So I want him to back it up. Don't think we forgot about you on the Giants, Eli, all right? And not the Eli we want to talk about, right? But I got the Rams winning it. I'll say this. I got the Rams winning it 30-21, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Rams wind up blowing out the Bengals, Roy.
I wouldn't be surprised if they blow them out either. Look, the pressure that they are going to put on Joe Burrow is going to be crazy. The Rams are going to make sure that Joe Burrow is not comfortable at any given time during this game, as they should. They're the number one defense. They will come out there. They will prove it. They will go out there. They'll mean business. Matt Stafford's going to change that narrative about him. And he's going to set his legacy right. And the Rams are going to win the Super Bowl. Joe Burrow, Joe Shiesty, you had a good run. You did great. But this is where the buck stops.
I guess I'll go next. How about that?
Go ahead.
Go
Save
ahead.
that for last. All right. Well, the comparisons with Tom Brady and Joe Burrow have to stop, in my opinion. This is ridiculous. I mean, he's nowhere.
Really?
Gronk compared them
that's what
too,
I'm
so
saying.
we
I
got.
mean,
I think we got to start
Early
looking
for the
at it.
hot take.
Go ahead, Charles.
No, it's a hot take early, but look, I think Joe Burrow, he's in over his head in this one. I think the Rams are going to win 35-24. I mean, I was thinking a blowout. A lot of people are telling me they think the Bengals are going to win, but I don't see it with that defense. So 35-24, Bengals offensive line ain't got no chance, in my opinion. And Burrow is a good quarterback, I think, but I just think he's in over his head right now with this defense. I don't think he's Tom Brady-esque. You know what I mean?
Next, DK. Let's start with you.
41-26 Rams.
41-26 Rams.
Oh, man. He got a blowout.
Rams get 3 tutties in the first. Bengals get 1.
Welcome
Bengals
back,
are
Frank. All right, welcome back. Tighten up.
Wow.
Bengals are playing catch up the whole rest of the game. They get
Yep.
garbage touchdowns in the second half. They go for 2 a couple times, don't get it. Rams are just comfortably in the lead the whole time. But by the middle of the third quarter, they're just having fun with trick plays.
Oh.
Richie.
Wow. I must be the only one that's going for Burrow. So I got the Bengals winning 34-31. They're going to keep it close. I feel like the matchups are going to be wild. Like Cooper Cup's going to be all covered. Jamar Chase is all going to be covered. So it's going to be probably a running game, probably lots of field goals, but it's also,
Let me
I
ask you
could
something,
see like
Richie.
a long play. Cooper Cup finally getting free, but we'll see what happens. So
Let me ask you something, Richie. If
up?
the Rams double Chase
Right.
and then put Ramsey on Higgins, what are the Bengals going to do?
Probably get to the second or third receiver, Boyd, or
Yeah, that's
probably run the ball. I don't know. Makes it still good.
well, that front, I don't think they're going to have a good, successful running game anyway with the Rams front four.
Yeah,
I
they have a
don't think
strong,
so.
strong.
Yeah,
team.
I don't think they're going to have a good running game. So
They're gonna have to.
I'm just
do it,
thinking
though.
if you can double Chase without Ramsey being in that play, you can now move Ramsey over the field to cover to be a problem for everybody else. So I just want
What about, well, you guys are saying that on that note, but what about if they contain Cooper Cup? That leaves Odell Beckham. So
But that's
how do
what
you
I'm saying. The offense versus that wide receiver core of the Rams versus that defensive, corners and safeties of the Bengals. I think I will give the nod to the Rams because not only do you have, see, the thing about Cooper Kupp that's so similar to Odell Beckham to me that I don't think nobody realizes is we heard this out of the Browns. Odell Beckham always breaks his route early. He always ends his route and does something else early. Cooper Kupp does the same thing. You know what they do? It's this thing called finding the open space on the field. That's what they do. And if they both can do that successfully in this game, who do you stop? If Odell's breaking his route, right, and Cooper's breaking his route, and they both find an open space, now Matt Stafford just has to decide who's open enough for me to get the ball to him in time.
I just think that McVay has been there enough, and the whole roster has been there enough. So they're older brother and Bengals are little brother, and I'm gonna just ride with older brother to beat little brother. Not only that, I mean, like, if no matter how you look at it, for me, whether you look at the matchups for the Rams offense against the Bengals defense, like favor of the Rams. But honestly, I don't even think it's about the matchups. I just think like they're going to be out schemed. Like, I just think that Zach Taylor, I give him a lot of credit, and he's doing a really great job only in year 3 for how far they've come and how much they've turned the ship around. Awesome. But I mean, the Jets put up like 600 yards against them. So like, I just think that McVay should be able to out scheme their defense, and they're going to be able to do whatever they want. Like, they want to throw to Cooper Kupp. All right, I got to play. He's going to be open. Throw to Cooper Kupp. He's going to catch it. Easy. Like, I just think it's going to be like that all day.
I think you guys are sleeping on Zach Taylor, to be honest. Look, he outcoached the coach of the year, Mike Vrabel, in the first round. The next round, he outcoached Andy Reid for the dub. So just to say that Sean McVay is just going to come in there and just out scheme him. I mean, we seen the past two rounds. It's not that easy. It's not going to be that easy. I got the Bengals winning 20-17. I think Joe Burrow squeezes out another close game. All right, so from both points, right? I think both teams are going to be looking at that Titans game real close, right? Because if there's one defensive line that can replicate the pressure that the Tennessee Titans put on the Bengals in that first round with creating those 9 sacks, it's the Rams defensive line. So I think if they're going to have to control the game, the whole game throughout the front line to really keep him under pressure, to keep Joe Burrow under pressure, and to keep him off his point. Joe Burrow, on the other hand, is one of the most cool, calm, collected quarterbacks I've seen all year. And if I'm rating their calmness in the pocket and their pocket presence, Joe Burrow has shown that he's more confident in the pocket than a Matt Stafford. We just seen last week, Matt Stafford and them, they almost blew the game to Tom Brady. They almost let those guys right back in the game. So they've shown times where they let their foot off the gas. And if you let your foot off the gas against a team that's coming in with just mounds of confidence, I mean, they've been playing with house money all year, and they're playing with the utmost confidence, and they're trying to change the narrative. They got a couple narratives that they're trying to change as well. And I think just this win will catapult Joe Burrow into that that
Patty
Tom
Mahomes.
Brady, Patrick
No, Patty
Mahomes,
Mahomes.
Aaron,
Yeah, Patty
Aaron
Mahomes.
Rodgers realm.
I don't know if it's Tom Brady.
and
I
they
wouldn't
have-
go that far, Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. I'll say it'll put
I'm
him
just
in
talking
that
about
Patty
the early.
Mahomes.
I'm talking about the early stages of Tom
Yeah.
Brady. We're not talking about the totality. You know,
Okay.
He's already better
his
than early
career.
stages of Tom
Just-
Brady.
All
You
right,
said
so
he's
that-
what?
all right, so
Already
No.
10 times better than early stage Tom Brady.
that's more of the reason why you need to
Frank is gonna
invest
go
more
with it.
confidence in Joe Burrow. Now, granted, their secondary struggles with containing the pass,
Mhm.
but they've shown in the second half of games that they can change that narrative and they can hold top flight receivers under control. And I'm not putting all of this faith into Odell Beckham. I don't think Odell is as scary as he was when he was back in New York and maybe even his earlier seasons and Cleveland before he got hurt. So I'm not investing too much stock into him. I think they're going to put a lot of focus on Cooper Kupp, and they're going to make Matt Stafford and Odell Beckham beat them. And they're going to need to show some resemblance of a rush game if you want to keep Joe Burrow on the sideline and keep him and those explosive wide receivers from making plays all game. And I think it's going to come down to that. Eventually, you're going to see the old Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford is going to show his true colors, and I'm telling you.
Exactly, that's why he's gonna win.
Don't sleep on Jesse Bates third and that
Bates.
Yeah, I don't trust Stafford.
I got two
Cleveland
questions for you,
secondary.
Frank.
They got some studs back
Frank,
there as well, so
Frank,
they're not just going to be able to go over the top on them.
Welcome back, Frank. I got two questions
Talk
for
to
you.
me.
Bengals defensive line. Is it better? Is it better than the Bucs defensive line?
Is it better than the Bucs defensive line? I mean,
Don't ask questions we know the answer to.
Oh, I got a
Go
question.
He's got a lot of
mean,
questions.
I mean, the Bucs defensive line, they've been hurt all year.
But at the point,
of course, I would say the Bucs did. The Bucs as
Okay,
a whole
right.
when everybody's healthy.
All right. So
True.
who defensive line is better? Tennessee Titans or the Rams?
The Titans,
The Titans offensive line, defensive line is better than the Rams.
as a whole, absolutely.
Okay.
Are you crazy?
The Rams are going to sack Joe Burrow 11 to 12 times in this game. There's no question about that. There's no question about it. He's going to get sacked a lot in this game. There's no question about it.
I don't
The
think
second
he'll
question-
I don't think they will. I don't
The
think they'll
second
get-
question I
no,
got for you, Frank.
yeah.
The second question I got for you, Frank. The last time we seen Odell happy and healthy, right? Happy and healthy, he was a top 5 wide receiver in this game. That's his first 3 years with the Giants. All 3 of those years with 1,000-yard seasons, and all 3 of those
I
years
was saying he was
the-
happy and healthy his first year in Cleveland. He had 1,000 yards.
Okay, I'm talking about
He
his
didn't have a
first
lot of
3 years.
touchdowns,
Happy and healthy when he was with the Giants. His first 3 years, he was top 5 in yards and top 5 in touchdowns. All 3 years, he was top 5 in those categories. So if you get a happy, healthy, that type of Odell back, you don't think that's a threat next to a guy like Cooper Kupp?
No. Yeah, absolutely. First of all, what has Odell shown you all year to say that?
Just the last couple of games with the Rams, he has shown you that he's still that guy.
He showed you that he's
still
a valuable
that guy.
receiver. He's not
No,
showing
he's
you that
still
he's
that
a
guy.
threat.
He is. So what are you talking about? How many games before the
Odell
playoffs? How many
is-
games did
Odell's
Odell
not
play
a
with
number one
the
option anymore.
Rams? Yes, he's not a number 1 option, but he's
That's
still
what we
that
saying.
guy.
What are we talking about?
I'm not saying that he's still.
all right,
I'm
so
saying he's
a
still
good
that
receiver,
threat.
yeah.
I'm saying he's
He's
still
still
that
a-
threat.
yeah,
You
he's
just
still a
moved into
threat.
number 2 and not number 1. That's what it is.
Okay, so all right, so that's the difference. He was a number 1 option in New
Yes,
York.
I agree with
He
you.
was a
there.
number 1 talent in New York. He's
I
not a
agree with
number
you.
1. He's not a number 1 talent
But
right
that's
now.
because I'm gonna let you slide on that one. But it's more factors that go into why he's not number 1 on the Rams. It's a lot more factors that go into it, and we all know that. We all know that. Let's not act like we don't know that. We all know
Well,
that.
what outside of Cooper Kupp being clearly the better
Not
wide
his
receiver?
team.
What
He
is
got
it?
there late in the season. He was coming off an injury. He
So
hasn't
you
shown.
think if Odell would have started there, you
Doesn't
still
matter.
think that he would have been a better receiver than Cooper Kupp? Are you crazy?
If Odell started healthy with the way they have the team constructed now, yes, I think Odell would have been right up there with Cooper Kupp.
Oh,
It would have
man.
been 1A and 1B. Yes, because
I
Odell
think
is like
I
that.
think we can. And
Odell is like that.
Cooper Kupp is clearly 1A.
Yeah, I would agree there. But I think on certain situations, Odell would be 1A, and I think we're going to see this because we have seen it. We have seen Odell make big plays in this playoff game, make big plays. We've seen him come in late in the year on his Ram teams and catch balls and get touchdowns when he wasn't
As
doing
bad as
before.
Baker
So that has
Mayfield
to
was
tell you,
in
but that has to
Cleveland,
tell you
he was
that's fine.
he dropped a shitload of passes. in
That's
Cleveland.
fine. That's fine because of confidence. But now that's what I'm
Cooper
alluding
Kupp
to.
don't
If you
drop
let me,
passes like that.
if you let me finish, Cooper Kupp has all the confidence in the world. Why would he drop passes? When Adams on Green Bay has all the confidence in the world, he doesn't drop passes either. Odell's the same way. He wasn't confident in the Browns. Let's not act like he was all peaches and cream. A lot of things go into
your job
guys
as a
being
wide
focused.
receiver.
Yes, I agree that he should have stepped up. No, I agree that. Odell should have got his shit together.
He did not catch the ball.
He didn't. I would agree that. I'm not taking that away from him. But what I'm saying is, when you have the confidence to be that guy, it is different, and we all know that it is different.
I get you play with a little more bounce. You play with a little bit more.
That's all I'm alluding to. Odell Beckham, he has that feeling like, yo, I'm that guy. Like, I'm back. I'm healthy. Let me make the most of it. I can show these guys. Because let's say he goes off in his Super Bowl game. He gets 2 touchdowns, 90 yards. You don't think people are going to be looking to sign Odell to be their number 1 next year?
Which team? Who are you talking about?
A lot of them. If I was one, it's right behind me. It's like right behind. Come back home, baby. Let's go home.
He's a hopeful Giants.
Let's go home.
I think I got a chance to sign with the Giants at wide receiver.
He's just trying to recruit.
Hey, baby, go help us, man.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. I could see that.
He's just trying to recruit him back.
No, Odell's my guy.
You can have him.
The next picture you guys going to see up there is the Odell Beckham catch. I didn't get it yet, but it's coming.
But you're talking about the confidence that Odell playing with. What about the confidence of Jamar Chase and Trey Higgins?
I told you that. I said that when you were talking.
Who are younger and more explosive than Odell at this point.
Yeah, I agree with you there. No, I agree with you there. And I said that while you was talking. Yeah, the guy's got a lot of motivation going into this game. So I tell you what I said on Taco and Touchdown yesterday. Shout out Aaron for inviting me on Taco and Touchdown again. Right, Eric Whittle. I was thinking about his name yesterday.
Coach on the field.
But what I said is Jamar chasing them guys is coming in with a lot of confidence, a lot of motivation. And what I said is I wouldn't be mad if the Bengals won the Super Bowl because it would be a fairy tale story. So Burrow comes in his rookie year, goes down with a vicious leg injury, comes back the next year, takes his young team, the young core of his team to a Super Bowl and then wins it. It would be an amazing story for the NFL. So I'm not mad if it goes either which way. But what I just don't see is, and then you guys give your final thoughts so we can move on. But what I don't see is I don't see that Rams defense giving up enough plays to the Bengals that they win the game. I understand Jamar Chase is a monster, but I think like GK alluded to, that coach has a game plan to kind of throw him off his game. He's going to give him different looks, and it's going to be
once
things
the Rams
out there.
go up by 20, they're going to be one-dimensional, and then it's a wrap.
That's what I said. If they take away, see, the thing about the Bengals is you can easily make them one-dimensional because if you take away Joe Mixon, you force Burrow to throw the ball. Burrow's offensive line isn't strong enough to protect him 85% of the time, so you're going to have him on a run and you're going to get sacked.
The Rams are already one-dimensional. Y'all
Plus
talking about trying to make
parlay,
the Bengals one-dimensional. The Rams are already one-dimensional. They don't have no resemblance of a run game.
They don't need
to try to create.
They don't need it. They do have a run game.
They do need it because if they shut down,
it's not a big run game. It's not a big run game. They use their run to just open up the throw for them. It's
Matt
not like
Stafford or Odell Beckham now is not enough for them to win the Super Bowl. So if you can shut down Cooper Kupp, if you can hold Cooper Kupp without any touchdown, it's going to be a close. It's going to be a close game.
I don't agree. I think if you
put Joe Burrow and his receivers against Odell and Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford, who's never been in the Super Bowl, who's never been under this type of immense pressure.
That's
a different stage.
But see, Frank, we talk about the motivation and the confidence that Bengals have, the motivation and the confidence that Matt Stafford has. This is a different team. It's a new year. Bump the past. He doesn't care about what happened with the Lions. He's focused on now. He wants to change his legacy. So why wouldn't he go into this like, yo, I don't care what happened. This is my first time here. I'm a rookie quarterback. Went to this thing. I don't care, but I'm going to go ahead and show my stuff. Matt Stafford has been lights out in his playoff. Yeah, he made some mistakes,
Matt Stafford
but he's been lights out.
Then it's a legacy hit. This is a legacy game for him.
But I don't even think it's a legacy. I think if he loses, it doesn't do anything to his legacy. I think if he wins, it helps his legacy. Because if he loses, he's still a loser. If he loses, he's still a loser. What changes in his loser status?
But that's what I'm saying. If he wins, if he wins the Super Bowl, now we're not looking at him as the same loser that he was.
If he wins it, but if he loses it, he's still a loser. But now he has,
and the reason why everybody said that he didn't win is because he didn't have all of the talent. He didn't have all of the coaches surrounding him. I think so. Now that he has that, he has to win.
I don't know.
Yeah, his whole team is in win now.
That's why I got to win in 30-21 because I think the Rams are just a superior team. I agree with you, Frank. I think what you're saying, Frank, makes the game close. It makes it not a blowout. That's why I have it 30-21, right? I didn't put 3 because really, I literally could see the Rams keeping the Bengals to 3 points. I literally can see it. I literally can picture it in my mind, the Rams keeping the Bengals to 3 points. And we have another, Cam Newton Super Bowl. Like, I can see it. I can literally see it. You talk about the inexperience of of Matt Stafford, but what about all the inexperience on the Bengals? You got to remember, this Rams team was at a Super Bowl a couple of years ago. This Rams team added on a couple of additional pieces, Von Miller, Odell Beckham, but this Rams team, this core, Matt Stafford was in a Super Bowl a couple of years ago, so they know what it's like to be there. You don't think they're talking to Matt Stafford like, yo, this is what we've been here, bro. Just this is how we're gonna do it. Keep your confidence up. Do what you've been doing. Make your reads. We're gonna make the adjustments and go. I just think that the Rams are so set up for success in this, just like it's reminding me of Cam Newton in the damn Carolina versus the Broncos, bro. This is what this is reminding me of.
And they got Jalen Ramsey for Chase. You know what I mean? I
think they'll be good.
The Bengals barely beat the Chiefs. Let's be real.
They did, and I give you that's what I wanted to say, Frank, and then we can move on. The Bengals made some good adjustments, and I will give you that. They made some killer adjustments.
They barely beat the Chiefs. They came down. They came back down from like 21. What are y'all talking about? They barely beat them.
Barely beat them
twice.
They did it twice. They barely beat them.
That's more impressive. You talk about they barely. They can't
listen, those adjustments they made in that second half against
in the playoffs.
Because Eli Apple said it.
Team, Patrick Mahomes.
But Eli Apple said it. We knew what they were doing. It was easier for us to shut it down. That's why I said on Taco and Tuesday yesterday, a Taco and Touchdown yesterday. Shout out to Aaron. You know who he is, Aaron. That the Chiefs next year, you're going to see a lot of different schemes from them because they're not going to come out with this same scheme. Andy Reid is going to change it because now he knows teams know what they're going to do. They know we're going to try this little underneath stuff to Tyreek Hill. They're going to do something to shut it down. They know already. It's over. The Bengals exposed that. We know it now. Chiefs are coming out, different scheme next year. It's going to be some of the same plays, but they might look a little different. You might have a player in a different position. But the Bengals are going to be around for a long time. I would agree with that. If they win the Super Bowl, I would jump for joy, just like I'm going to jump for joy at the Rams winning. I'm not mad at either which one.
AFC's getting tight. AFC's getting tight.
It's getting crazy because we can't forget about Justin either. He's going to be there too. He's a good quarterback. He's going to be there. You put some more pieces around him. And then shout out Vic. Vic, I emailed you, bro. He's a Chargers fan. I want to get him up here because I want to know what he thinks about, but he's a big YouTuber. So I'm trying to get him up here. I did message him so we can come up here and talk about some of this Chargers stuff. And then Frank, I messaged another big YouTuber I watch who's a Titans fan. So hopefully we can get him up here. Shout out TD. TD Barrett.
Two of them on one podcast.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully we can make it happen.
I'm trying to tell you.
But you guys ready to move on?
I'm ready.
Y'all ready to get to the next topic? All right. So I'm gonna give you a little what we got? Quarterbacks. Try to move this over here. And then all right, so I'm going to give you 4 names, right? You guys going to tell me you got to cut one person out of these 4 names before we get to the list, right? You got Hopkins, Hill, Diggs, and Adams. Cut one person. Start with Frank.
Who? What was the names?
The Hopkins, Hill, Diggs, and Adams, all wide receivers.
What you mean, like going into next year?
No, just cut one. You just got to cut one. No, nothing.
Tyreek Hill.
Just cut one. All right, Tyreek Hill. Next person.
Hopkins.
Okay. Next person.
Hopkins.
Okay. DK.
Yeah, I'll cut Hopkins too. He's hurt. I don't want him.
Okay. Charles.
Yeah, it's Hopkins for me. You know that. I ain't taking out Diggs.
I thought everybody was going to take Diggs out.
No.
I know.
If I change the question, top wide receivers in the NFL right now, cut one. Hopkins, Hill, Diggs, and Adams. Who you cutting?
Cutting Hopkins.
Definitely.
Cutting Hopkins. I don't think he's who he was.
I don't think he's relevant.
Frank, what is going on here?
I don't think he's who he was.
Like, what is going on here, bro? Like, what?
Well, I want to use Hill's speed. Hill's got that speed I want to use.
Things have changed, Frank. Things have changed around here.
Yeah, I see. I'm not cutting Hopkins.
We done got crazy.
No.
Oh wow! That's shocking me. But as you guys can see on the screen, we have a top 10 quarterbacks of all time.
Oh, shit.
This list comes from
I'm here for this top 10.
Tom Brady and hold on, I gotta.
Y'all got Joe Burrow on this list already? Just messing with you.
There.
Just messing with you.
No shocker there.
Yeah, if he win, I'll put him up there.
He could throw for 800 yards this
Give
game.
me
He
a
ain't
second,
going up there. He
I
ain't
gotta
going
fix
up
I'll
it.
put him up there before Eli has. That's for damn sure.
100%.
I might do that too.
Who up there before Eli?
Eli don't even
Look,
smell
I want
this
to thank
list.
you for
Hell
bringing up
no.
Eli because I wanted to give you. I'm going to give you some homework, right? So we talk about Eli never leading, the league in statistical categories, his numbers, and all this. I want
Oh,
your homework
shit.
is Frank,
Homework.
is to go back, right? And every year that Eli didn't make the playoffs, right? Even the 2 years he made it, I want you to tell me how many times he was sacked in that season.
How many times did Eli
Wait,
tear
what?
his ACL?
I
How many
want-
times did Joe
I
Burrow tear
want
his
you to
ACL?
tell me how many
Thank you.
times.
Therefore, he's
How many
better.
times? I want you to tell me. I'm not saying he's better, but I'm just saying when we talked about Eli before, it was one thing we didn't mention. He never had an O-line, right? And it came up in conversation. So I want to know.
Nope, we're not going to say that.
Let's
I'm
go.
not going to
Let's
say
go
that.
in his
Stop
2
saying
Super
that.
Bowl years. Let's go
Well,
in his
stop
2. Just to
saying
take
that.
his 2 Super Bowl years. Tell me how many times he was sacked in the regular season. Just tell me how many times he was sacked in the regular season.
But how many of those sacks was on him?
Okay.
Like, you can't just credit all of the sacks to the line.
Troy, it's great. No,
His
he
The
ain't
one
inability
on
to
sack,
this
move in
the
the
list.
one
pocket
sack,
was
the
a
one
lot
sack
of
that
his-
wasn't the
his
one
fault.
sack that wasn't on him was the one that counted the most. The David Tyrese catch. All right.
Oh my gosh.
All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I'm trying
Not
to
many
get this.
people would have alluded
Let's talk
that.
about the catch being better than the throw. We could talk about it all day.
No, but the pocket evasion was probably the most impressive part.
Yo, I'm struggling right now to get this thing to open.
All right,
there
number
we go.
one's Ben
Thank God.
Roethlisberger. Gotta respect the greats. The GOAT retired. And also Tom Brady did.
Never say never, right?
Mhm.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
He might come back.
I think he might, honestly.
I do too, but possibly.
All
He's
right,
not
we good
done.
now. We good now. All right, top 10 quarterbacks all time.
All right.
Discuss it collectively amongst each other.
Okay, number
I'll throw out
one.
Tom Brady.
All right,
right
Tom
away.
is just number
I
one.
like how he
Tom's
started
number
one.
one. Tom's number one, right?
Why is Tom number one?
Just unbeatable.
Wait, let me
It's
get
a
out of
number
this.
one.
Never mind. Don't answer that. Let me get out of this before Roy said I'm a part of this. I'm not a part of this.
Ah, look
Tom
at him
Brady.
dodging responsibility.
I can't begin to explain why not. Otherwise, we'll be here for like 3 more hours.
Yeah, for sure.
You can.
I mean, like the first 3 is like really no brain.
Yeah, I agree
Yeah.
with that. And then Joe Montana.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay,
I
all right, yeah, that's we're pretty
Peyton
unanimous
second.
in
Don't
this.
just-
I would probably do
Don't
Peyton
just-
second and Joe third.
Don't
Yeah,
just.
Yeah, I'm gonna head out.
All right, he gone.
What's going on?
Roy said he gone.
What? What was that about? Okay.
Where he
So where we
going?
going? Come on, guys, talk. I want to hear everybody's voice here. I don't want to just hear Roy and Frank's. All
All
right?
right, guys. Are we going by Super Bowls? What are we going by?
Whatever
guys?
you guys want to go
Top
by.
QBs of all time.
This ain't no cry. This is whatever you guys want. And
Oh,
then we
well,
give
in
it
that
to the
case-
I
fans
say
and we let
Peyton
them
and
pick a vote.
Joe.
That's
for the
what I
next
said.
2.
Peyton Manning.
You put Peyton before Joe Montana?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I put Payne in 3 though.
Hey guys, I'm just gonna listen. I'm gonna mute my mic because I'm not a part of this.
Yeah. All right, Troy. Thanks.
This is a good argument then, I guess. Only reason I say that is because we're saying best quarterback overall, not necessarily Super Bowls or you know what I mean? So that's why I said that because
GK, what do you think?
Peyton too.
I think Peyton should be number 1. So
okay, yeah,
Ooh.
that's a good
Wow.
argument.
All right, we'll do
I don't think he
Peyton.
won enough to
Joe.
be number one for me.
I don't think he's
I mean,
number one in my
it's-
book.
not all wins are created equal. Like
It's a good argument as far as
That's
what
true.
we're debating. But Tom Brady just owns him. That's the only thing. The
Yeah.
argument.
Mhm.
Tom Brady owns him in the playoffs, the
Got
regular
going
season.
3.
Tom always
could
had
do
better
Joe.
coach than he did.
Then Joe Montana.
Montana 3.
Montana, yeah, I agree.
Montana. Okay.
Okay, that works for me.
All right, now we're getting tricky.
4.
Now it's getting tricky. Josh Allen. It's like I'm a Bills fan, so.
I honestly
Man
would
said
say
Josh.
John Elway.
Elway?
Yeah.
Eli at 4.
No, I disagree.
I
like
would
Rodgers.
put
I was thinking Brett Favre.
Dan
I put
Marino,
Brett
Dan
Favre
Marino.
before him.
I was thinking Brett Favre.
Oh man, that's a tough one. I mean, I have a list, but
I say Dan or Joe or John.
Aaron Rodgers.
what about
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers is up there. I mean,
I think he might be on this list. I don't think he's this high though.
Well,
Yeah,
okay.
I don't think
Put it
it's
this
high.
way. Put it this way. Like, let's just say if you wanted to put Elway there. If we're playing a game of pickup right now, I'm picking A-Rod over LA. If we're playing a pickup backyard football game and I can pick either quarterback, I'm picking Rodgers over LA. I'm picking Rodgers over anybody else who you're trying to tell me at 4. I'm picking Rodgers.
yeah.
Just clear cut over Dan Marino.
Huh.
And Brett
Dan Marino
Favre?
threw 4 interceptions
We
to
got
Nelly.
number 4 already.
How about Drew Brees, guys?
Yeah.
Hey,
No,
yo,
I like
hey,
Drew
hey,
Brees.
who put Eli
I like-
Manning up here?
I like Rodgers 4, Brees 5.
Yo, we just gonna ignore that. Yo, hold on.
Yeah, bro. You know, I
Shut it
saw
down.
this up there. I kind
Shut
of figured
it
this was
down.
a typo.
Yeah, Eli
Yo,
Manning's not
shut
4.
it
Definitely
down.
not 4.
All right, thanks for tuning in from the Sidelines podcast. We're shutting this shit down. We're getting crazy over
Yeah,
here.
this is hypotenuse.
Frank.
Yo,
Yeah.
get that shit out of here. Hurry up. People are gonna see that. They're gonna be like, what are they doing?
Does anybody think Bradshaw was anywhere good? Anyway, up?
I love Terry Bradshaw.
Yeah.
I'm a Steelers fan.
Yeah.
I don't know if he makes this
I will
list,
put
though.
Ben before I put Terry.
All right,
but
so who's
that's
number
my
4?
thing.
Number 4.
I'm not ready to put Aaron Rodgers at number 4, yo.
I'm not
Brees.
What did he do to be number 4?
Drew Brees.
I mean, he's a great thrower of the ball.
I
of
heard
course.
That's
Drew
why.
Brees.
That's
No.
why.
Drew
That's
Brees.
why.
But a lot of these quarterbacks
Drew
are
Brees.
great throwers of the ball.
Like,
I'm
all
with
right,
you,
no,
dude.
but Uncle Frank, look at it this way. If I was about to play you in a game of Madden, right, and we could just pick our teams fantasy football style, like just like kickball style, if we were about to pick our teams and I was about to play you in Madden, right, Aaron Rodgers has got to be one of the like top ones that you'd want to be your quarterback for your Madden team.
Unless you wanted to go to the Super Bowl. So that was a joke.
Oh, you got a good
No,
point.
I mean,
That has a lot to do with
I play a little
circumstance.
Super Bowl
I
guys
know,
are
I know.
I'm basing it
Offensive
like
line.
really off of what quarterback I would want throwing me the ball if I was a wide receiver.
Yeah,
Okay,
you guys
fair,
got to
fair,
remember
fair,
Frank
fair.
played football in high school, right?
And in
Oh,
college.
in
I mean,
college,
some
yeah.
college.
I'm
Bro,
with Bill. I got
high
Drew
school
Brees.
and college, so he know what he talking about.
Nah, I ain't
No,
gonna say it
that-
like
that's
that.
a fair
There's
perspective.
a lot of people
I
that
played
play that
too.
don't know sports. Yeah, I mean,
He said,
I wouldn't say that.
hold on. You're putting too much on me, brother. You're putting too much on me.
I
Bro, that's a
could've
fair perspective, though.
went D3.
That is a fair perspective. You kind of know.
I mean, you got Dan Marino, Drew
That's what I'm
Brees.
saying.
Brett Favre.
I like Brett Favre.
I like
honestly.
Brett Favre here at 4.
What
Like,
about
I
Drew
think
Brees?
I like
if
Brees
Dan
ahead of
Marino
Favre,
had
dude.
a ring-
Drew
if Dan
Brees
Marino
is
had a
right
Super
under
Bowl
Tom
ring,
Brady
I
in
think
yards and
we
touchdowns.
completely look at him in a different notion, in a different boat.
I'm in this
Marino
one.
had
bro.
that quick
All
release.
right, if we can narrow
I'm
this
in
one
this
down.
What?
We got to put Breeze.
Yeah.
Now what now?
Breeze or Rodgers. It's got to be.
I'm gonna step
Huh.
in, Roy. You want me a part of it? I think
Yeah.
you got to put Breeze within.
Within
If
where?
Tom Brady's number 1, Breeze is the quarterback right behind him all in every statistic category.
Oh my god.
Technically,
Okay,
yeah.
but hear me out. The Saints' success is how much in part due to Breeze. Oh, like the Saints' success is more due to Breeze than the Patriots' success was more due to Tom Brady.
Huh?
Hmm.
No.
But Aaron Rodgers inherited success basically and Green Bay. Like
Right.
But not really,
inherited
not
a
any of
great
those
coach
rosters.
and great wide
Not really.
receivers, a great offense. So all he really had to do was just
I
throw
don't agree with
a
that.
great pass.
I don't agree
Well,
with that.
I mean,
I agree with Frank.
Brady inherited a Patriots team, but
I
he's
thought about that for a split second. I was like, wouldn't have Tom Brady had, but Tom Brady had some bad teams though.
he's had bad teams, he's had bad receivers and everything. So
Tom Brady
Yeah,
was
but
one of the
when?
guys that worked that shot right.
yeah, he did pretty much.
So
Hey, what about Kurt Warner?
Can we get 4?
Yes, I like
The
Warner.
biggest
but
underdog.
listen, I think 4
Biggest
has to
underdog.
be Breeze or Rodgers. It has to be.
I agree with the
I would
Breeze.
say
Listen,
Breeze. I'll go
consensus.
Breeze.
I'd say Breeze over Rodgers.
Yeah.
Because
So-
if
so we
Breeze
going
never
Breeze?
played for the
y'all-
Saints, they would
Breeze-
never have won the Super Bowl.
All right, so Breeze
I agree.
4.
Yeah, that's
For
cool.
anybody that got this far that didn't click off the video when you seen Eli, it was a troll.
Like
man.
Breeze,
Look, I don't blame y'all for clicking off if y'all did.
If they did, they ain't gonna hear this part. He said, "I don't blame y'all."
That's
but
fine.
They ain't
They
gonna
don't
hear
need
you
to.
say it.
They don't need to.
Eli going on this list, whether y'all see it now
They
or
got to
later.
remember.
Just
They
tell
got to
y'all.
remember.
As an honorable mention.
He gonna be in here somewhere. Y'all gonna. Be
Oh, only
surprised
way
if
he's
y'all
gonna
see
be
him
in
on
here is
social
in the
media.
back on your wall. That's the only way he gonna be
Nah, I
in this
got it.
video. That's it.
Eli's
I
worst
think
forever.
5 got to be
All
Ben.
time. 5 is who?
Ben, I think.
Ooh.
Hey, Drew Brees threw for 5,000 yards 5 times.
Yeah. I disagree with the Ben Roethlisberger.
I think Ben goes later on this list.
So wait,
Yeah.
who was we arguing for?
Ben
It
got
was
the
Drew
numbers
Brees,
and the ring.
Aaron Rodgers, Dan
Aaron Rodgers,
Marino,
Dan Marino.
Brett Favre.
Brett Favre. So
I think Brett Favre.
I think
Hell
Favre goes
no.
5.
How we then going
Hell
somewhere else?
no.
Wait, hold on,
What?
Frank. Hold on, Frank. Frank, I'm trying to understand something. Hold on. Like the names you guys said in 4 wouldn't be the names that you guys then say in 5 that didn't make it.
Right, exactly.
Because you guys
Yeah,
are giving new
that's-
names now for 5,
That's
and
what
I'm
I'm
hearing the
saying.
names that you guys said
Yeah.
before. Aaron
Favre.
Rodgers, Dan Marino,
I don't
Brett
think you
Favre.
can put Favre there.
It would have to be Rodgers then, since we argued the 4 for 5. I mean, you know what I mean?
I
Do you
wouldn't
guys
even put
think Favre's
Rodgers
better than
there.
Rodgers?
I
or
wouldn't have
Rodgers
put
better than Favre?
Rodgers there, to be honest. I mean, y'all should take Ben into consideration. Ben got the numbers, he got the rings, he got everything that you could ask for in the top 5. He's been a top 5 quarterback throughout his whole career.
If people look at this
We're-
list, and
Guys,
Aaron
and
Rodgers-
success,
Bro, I
and the
struggle with
success
that.
in-
Top 10
in
quarterbacks all
Pittsburgh
time,
is
Eli.
absolutely contributed to him.
Where
I think
struggle with
Roethlisberger
that-
should be ahead of Favre.
Hell,
Okay,
yeah.
but I kind of would put Dan Marino above him though. That's where I struggle with that.
Above who? Big Ben?
Yeah.
I
This is
wouldn't mind that
tougher than
either, though.
I can see that.
So would
I
you
had
guys
Dan
maybe
as my 4.
okay?
be
Would you guys
honest.
say Dan at 5? I'm fine with Dan at 5.
I don't think so still.
I don't think so either.
I'm
Right,
still
majority
Who's number
rules. We're going to
5?
majority rules. If
What
I
could
hear
Marino do? What
What
could
is
Marino
this?
do that Aaron Rodgers can't do?
5 of you, 3
Yeah, I'm
votes
saying-
gets 3
I'd
votes
say
gets the
Rodgers.
name.
I'm gonna hold for Rodgers because, I mean, he's got to be in here at this point.
He's
And
gonna
then,
be
and
in
then
here.
at the end of it, if you guys want to change it around, we could change it around like we always do. But let's try to get through this.
Okay,
list,
all right.
Based on the skill of the quarterback position, Rodgers fits right in at 5 or
It has
less.
to be. Like intellectually, physically.
I got
Okay.
2 Rodgers. Anybody else going Rodgers?
Yes, me.
That's 2. I got you.
That's
Anybody
okay.
else?
Like, he won despite having
right.
Mike McCarthy.
All
All right,
All
Dan,
right.
Dan
All right.
Marino. Dan
All right.
Marino. That's my vote.
No.
Frank, who you
Okay.
got?
What is your
Yeah,
argument with Dan?
I'm going. Yeah, I'm going.
Ben?
If I would have to go Dan, then
I'll go
All right.
Dan. I'm going
All right, I
Dan.
got 3 Dans.
How?
Majority.
I got 3 Dans.
the only reason Dan is getting dismissed is because he don't have the Super Bowl
It's
ring. If
just
he
a
has
Super
one
Bowl
Super
narrative.
Bowl ring.
Yeah,
then
but
that
what
totally
can Dan
changes the
do
narrative.
that Rodgers cannot
Right.
do physically?
Hey, I'm with you, man. I'm with you over here. We voted
Doesn't
Rodgers.
it, doesn't it
go-
come? But hold on, GK. Doesn't it come? It's not just all about skill. It's about what they have done for the league too, or what they've done while
Okay.
were
They
in the
both could
Okay,
throw the
I
same.
appreciate
I mean,
that. I appreciate
Dan
that. But I
Marino
also
is
saw
the-
Nelly, the rapper, intercept Dan Marino 3 times.
Well, you could throw Jim Kelly
You
in there.
could
Yeah,
throw you could throw obscure stats in that.
I'm
So
just
this
playing.
is brought to you by Wildness.
yeah.
I'm just messing with you. But look,
Faces
Yeah,
out.
man.
And Ben
Stupid.
Roethlisberger's won every time a Teenage
He said,
Mutant
"No,
Ninja
you're
Turtles
true."
movie came out. I mean, what
Yeah,
does he
and
want
I
to
would
say?
put Roethlisberger ahead of Marino in a heartbeat.
Wow.
I'm a Steelers fan, and I say no to that.
I just can't say it.
See,
I
that's
don't
why
even
we
know
do
who
this
makes the
list,
top
people.
10.
There's
When
too
we
much
do this list,
nostalgia
because
with Dan
these guys,
Marino.
They
Like-
can't agree on nothing.
We can't just put this list of everyone who's in the league now.
Well,
I
Roethlisberger's
mean, we all
better.
say Joe Montana,
Yo,
and then we start
actually,
going down
we
everyone
actually
right
did.
now.
We did a top 10 quarterbacks right now, GK. I don't know if you was here for that one. So this is all time.
okay.
All
Six
time,
times
all
Rodgers.
time. Dan
I
Marino
understand.
has to be here.
Yeah, this is like all time.
Listen,
I
let's
like
just
that.
get
That's
the
what I'm
names.
saying.
I
Let's get the
understand.
names.
Marino
Hold on.
here,
Let's
I
get the
think-
names, and then GK, you can argue to move Dan Marino down after we finish.
I
the list.
understand Marino and Favre. I definitely Warner.
Who's 6?
I definitely think they should be there.
Who's
I vote
okay.
to re-see this. I vote to re-look at this later.
We will.
Who's 6?
Okay, yeah.
Favre.
Right. Aaron Rodgers. It's got to be.
Favre.
I'd say Favre. I think Favre's way better than Rodgers.
Why?
I think
I
Favre.
Why and why and how? In what
I mean,
like? Oh my
mm.
god!
He's
I don't
losing
agree.
composure.
I'm
I should've
absolutely.
just
Yeah,
went
I'm
to
with
sleep.
GK. I'm
It's
not
awful.
putting Brett Favre over Aaron Rodgers.
Dude,
I can't do that.
I am like one of the biggest
Aaron
Brett Favre
6?
fans. I
I don't
have
even
Brett
like Aaron
Favre's
Rodgers.
jersey,
You know.
but you.
Oh,
you
wait, I do
cannot-
have 3 Aaron Rodgers. Is all I need to know. I got Charles
All right,
that said
that's
Aaron.
cool.
I got GK and Brian. Frank. Who you taking?
What happened?
I said I got 2 Aaron Rodgers right now. Are you taking Aaron too? For 6? For number 6?
I mean, if I have to pick out of those, I would go Aaron. Ben won more than Aaron. Why are we just dismissing that?
Okay,
Ben's
you
always
want to
been
make
on
a case for
teams
Ben?
in there.
We can remove this list. All right, we'll put Aaron Rodgers there. We'll move it. How about that?
8 wrong.
We'll put it there.
Aaron
We can
Rodgers
move it.
gotta
We
be in
can
here
debate it.
soon.
He's
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. I don't even like him. you know?
And then Brett Favre.
Yep.
I hate him. That's time to put him down.
Why are we
Ben
putting
won
Brett Favre
twice
so
in the
high?
Aaron Rodgers. In the
Why
Aaron
are we
Rodgers
putting Brett
time.
Favre so high?
Because Brett Favre's one hell of a quarterback.
But
Yeah,
how is
he's
he?
a gunslinger.
I mean, Brett Favre is not what? Brett Favre?
Okay,
He's
I-
top
listen,
10. He's
I
like
literally-
top 10.
I have a Favre jersey. Like I'm a Brett Favre fan, but
Hey, Terry Bradshaw, Johnny Unitas, where are they at? We're getting close to the end.
Those
All
are
right, so hold
Johnny.
on. So let's pause. I always do this, and when we do our all-time list, I'll give you a list that I'm looking at. So in this
Johnny
list, I'll
Unitas?
give you the top
I don't
10.
know. I'm throwing names out there. Yeah.
I give you guys the top 10 quarterbacks of all time from this list out of top 25. So 1 is Tom, 2 is Joe, 3 is Peyton, 4
Johnny
is Johnny
Unitas.
Unitas,
Hey, there we go.
5 is Orton Graham,
Autogram.
Autogram. 6 is I'm bad with pronunciations. Thank you guys for being here to help me. 6 is Drew Brees, 7 is Dan Marino, 8 is Roger Staubach, 9 is John Elway, and 10 is Aaron Rodgers.
Okay. All right.
I
That's
think
what I'm saying.
we got some recency bias in this one.
It's a lot of recency bias. That's what I'm saying. Aaron
I
Rodgers.
there's
I mean,
a
it's a lot
lot
of
of
guys that can
recency
go on
bias.
before Aaron Rodgers. man.
Well, Aaron
I
Rodgers
think
is 10
so
on
too.
the list.
It depends,
Y'all
like-
can move them. Let's get 7. Y'all can
If-
move them.
listen,
we
All
might
right.
move him.
Yeah,
Let's
he
say the
throws a
debate.
beautiful ball, but
Let's
we're
say-
talking about everything that has to go into it. Not just throwing a beautiful ball,
Mhm.
being able to win, being a leader,
Well,
all of
you
that
have
stuff
to
that has
think,
to
like-
factor into all time.
how much weight are you putting into like
Where's John Elway?
What they've
how much they
achieved.
achieved? Like
Yeah,
that's
John Elway going.
that's different, you know.
All right, who's going 7? We got to come to a consensus.
Up until this year, everybody was on Rodgers as nuts. But anyway,
we
Johnny
gotta get
Unitas.
some of the older guys. Yeah, Johnny, he got. I mean,
Johnny
Johnny
Unitas.
It
Yeah.
has to be a
Johnny, you redefined the whole quarterback position.
yeah, Johnny Unitas.
Johnny Unitas. So number 7 is Johnny Unitas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he got to be Elway.
He'll-
for
and
now.
then Elway.
I was saying.
I like Elway being there.
Sure.
You guys got to give some respect to the guys that came before here.
Staubach is in there. Damn, there's so many names.
How you guys feel about Steve Young?
Yeah,
See,
true.
that's one that I was considering for like 10.
Dude, that's
don't
what I was
know.
gonna say. Like, what's the like? There's not a major difference between Steve Young and like Brett Favre, in my opinion. Like, what's the like? They both ran a
Then
lot.
number 8
They
was
both
who?
threw a lot.
Who do you guys want 8?
You said John?
I think John Elway.
John Elway?
John Elway. I do John Elway.
I'm okay with Elway being there.
That's fine with me.
And
Yeah.
then Brett Favre.
But why?
I mean, he's
Brett
a
Favre.
good quarterback for sure. But what
What about
why?
Staubach?
Explain.
think
Roger
Staubach got
Staubach.
some
Roger
respect.
Staubach
Elway.
was the one who started throwing the ball.
Elway was pretty clutch, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Who do you got? Who do you got?
Elway only threw for 4,000 yards once. Okay.
Okay, but what
his-
league did he play in? Did he throw?
But
Did
he
he
don't
play in the
give
you
throwing?
a
Did he
number.
throw running
He
league?
for
You didn't
stat
say that.
watching,
Did he
that's
throw? Did he
different.
play in a running
He
league
gives
or
you a
throwing league?
leadership, but he doesn't give you a numbers.
His completion percentage was only 56.
Did he
If we're
did he
going off of
play in a
stats-
running league or a throwing league?
Okay, so if that's the
You know
case,
what?
then his completion percentage should be a lot higher.
If we're
What
going
about,
based off of stats, Matthew Stafford's number 6. Like, come on, we can't be going based off of
Yeah.
stats. We can't.
Bradshaw on your top 10, you listed. I didn't remember. Was Bradshaw on that list?
No,
I don't think
not
Bradshaw's
top
going to
10.
make
No.
this list.
I was just wondering. Yeah.
I mean, I thought
Brett
about
Favre
it
was
too.
12.
What about Patrick
Yeah.
Mahomes for some reason? He's not gonna make this list, is he?
He should
Troy
not.
Aikman
No.
was 14.
No, hell no.
Steve Young is 15.
Now can we put Big Ben?
Terry
And Ryan
Bradshaw
Tannehill.
is 17. Russell Wilson is 18. Big Ben is 19. Hold up.
If
Kurt
Mahomes
Warner is
won another
20.
Super Bowl,
Why
yeah.
is
Hold
Russell Wilson above
Ben
Ben?
won twice during the
Russell
first
Wilson-
during the top 2 quarterbacks.
Russell Wilson
time.
is
Top
above
3,
Kurt
top 4.
Warner. No.
Russell Wilson's way too high
Wow.
on that list. That's
Above Kurt
crazy.
Warner. No, I'm not. No.
Above
Nah.
Yeah,
Ben?
Kurt Warner had a short stint. He didn't have a long, great
I'm still
career.
taking Kurt.
How about Joe Namath?
He had a great
But
name.
that-
too.
okay, so Kurt had a short stint. So did Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
See, Joe Namath
No,
was
Russell
one
Wilson
that I
didn't
was.
have no short stint. Are you crazy? He going on like 10, 11 years now.
Joe Namath
of
was
doing
one
what?
that I kind of struggled with on this
Of being
one.
elite.
Damn. I was thinking Joe
Yeah?
Namath for one of like, the-
9-time Pro Bowler,
Roger Staubach.
37,000 yards, 292 touchdowns, like 65% completion percentage. Come on.
Who's that, Russ?
Russell Wilson.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. what he's
Monster
talking
numbers.
about.
Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, achievements overall. What are we going by here?
I can't put Joe
I would still
Namath
go
on
by.
this list.
I would still go.
I can't.
Who's nine? Come on, guys. Who's nine? Work it out.
Big Ben, yo. Ben won twice during Tom Brady and Peyton Manning, and Drew Brees.
I like Big Ben on
He
the
won
list.
more than Drew Brees. He
I
won more
I
than
put
I
Aaron
like Big
him
Ben on
Rodgers.
the list. I honestly
won
do.
more
Do we
than
do
Put him
Roger
at 10.
Staubach?
Come on.
Why we
Do
have Elway.
Staubach and then Ben?
Yeah, I'm with
And Ben
Staubach.
got the
That's what I said.
numbers.
Staubach.
I can do
Staubach
Staubach and
just out of respect for him changing the game.
Another one that should be in the top 10 and probably not.
I think he definitely deserves to be there because he's the one who started actually launching the ball, not just doing these little slant passes.
Big Ben.
Bro,
I
you
don't
hear
know.
the Pittsburgh fans coming with them pitchforks?
Oh yeah, they coming.
Yeah,
They coming.
they
I'm
stomping
gonna
the
show them
ground,
this. I'm
right,
like, oh
right?
no, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I like Big Ben on
Last
the
one.
list.
All right, who's
I
number
think
don't like
10?
Ben would be good
Elway.
at 10.
Who's number
Like
10?
I would put Steve Young over Elway. I would put Brett Favre over Elway.
I would
He's
put him
not-
over Starbuck, over Roger Starbuck. I don't think Starbuck need to be on this list.
Really? Oh, well.
Yeah,
and then
man.
Elway, maybe move Elway down. But anyway,
I think we can move Elway off.
We'll get to that after we get 10.
yeah.
All right,
Elway
what
got
name,
three
what
of
name
them
are we
things.
putting at 10?
What'd you say, Roy?
Are we putting Favre or Roethlisberger at 10?
I'm going Ben.
I'll go Ben. I don't want to have two Green Bay
I'm going
players
just out of
on the
respect.
top
I'm going,
10.
All right, we'll go Ben. We'll go Ben.
I'm going
Oh,
Favre
that's
anyway,
too many picks for me.
just because. But yeah, all right. Big Ben.
Okay. And now when it comes
All
to
right, now
movement,
are we moving anybody? Let's start with the first 3 picks. So those guys staying where they are.
I think we're pretty
Yeah.
good on that.
The
Top
three's
I think
good.
so.
Solid.
Let's go to the next 3 picks, 4, 5, and 6. Are we moving anybody else?
This is where it
6
starts
got to
to-
move
I see.
down.
6 Aaron Rodgers has to go down
I think
more.
Marino's
Yeah,
gonna move
I think
in.
Aaron Rodgers go down more.
Thank you. Yeah.
Who's taking Aaron Rodgers' spot?
Maybe even Drew Brees, but no, that's too low. So then Dan Marino.
Damn, no, I mean, I'm saying Rodgers has to
Oh,
go
down.
like the other
Yeah.
way. Like he needs
Oh,
to
wow.
go
Yeah, like-
closer to 10.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
He's not going to be 10, but he needs to be closer.
I think
there.
Marino needs to go down too.
I would take Johnny Unitas over Aaron
Wait,
Rodgers.
we have 4, 5, and 6. We ain't touching 7 and below. We have 4, 5, and 6. Is anybody moving out of 4, 5, and 6?
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is moving out.
All right,
He's
where's he
coming
going?
out. Okay.
He's going to 7.
And then
That works.
who's going to 6?
Johnny.
Johnny
Unitas.
Unitas.
Yeah, that works.
If Aaron won the Super Bowl this year, what would you guys move him down?
All right.
he wouldn't
So
move.
1 through 6 is fine. We're not moving Dan Marino, Drew Brees, nobody like that. All right. So
No,
7,
right.
8, 9, and 10. What are we doing with the last 4?
I think 9 can come off.
Take off Roger Staubach.
And I
Who
think
did-
if y'all gonna take off John Elway, y'all got to put on somebody who won more than him.
I'm not a fan of Elway really, but
I'm not a fan of
I'm
Elway.
not a big fan of him either.
All right.
It's
So if
just-
we take Elway off, who are we
I guess,
replacing
yeah.
Elway with?
I think Elway got to be there.
Why
That's what I'm
though?
saying.
Why?
I mean,
Steve Young's better than Elway.
I don't like him either, but I mean,
who you gonna put?
Explain to me how
Steve
Steve Young is not better than John Elway.
I mean, John Elway. I mean, Steve Young had Jerry Rice.
Yeah,
Steve
it was-
had Jerry Rice,
Yeah, but
and a
Steve-
great system.
okay, that's fair, but I don't know, man.
it's a hard
All
one,
right.
but
Elway was the
Stuff.
first quarterback to start in 5 Super Bowls. I think that got to count for something.
It does count,
Mm.
but
yeah,
he was the
Um,
oldest quarterback to win one until Brady did. But
Drew Brees.
yeah, ain't beating
What
that.
about Otto Graham? You're not putting
those
Otto
are all
Graham
good
on there?
arguments.
Otto Graham's
Yeah, I
not
mean-
making this list. I'm sorry.
No, not with that.
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
All right, come on. Who we moving Elway for?
He's good,
Oh,
but
this going to be the
I don't
list.
think we moving Elway. I think we moving Roger Staubach.
All right, so we leaving Elway.
I think Elway needs to stay.
all right.
So
then
who's replacing Starback?
Staubach?
Steve Young?
Staubach. Yeah, I can do that. Steve Young.
No, Brett Favre.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Brett Favre. Well, I'm going.
Brett
I'm gonna
Favre?
go Steve Young, or yeah, Steve Young.
I can do Steve Young. I just can't have two Green Bays on here.
I mean, tighten up. You said Steve Young too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Y'all don't want Brett Favre on this list.
I mean, I kind of do.
Wow.
Can we make a 1A or bonus? No.
The one after this is Eli. We already know that. We established that. We established that, all right?
Steve, yeah, really over Brett? The gunslinger?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
think
So Ben Roethlisberger is staying number 10.
I think we replaced
I like
him
that.
with backup
All right.
quarterback.
So this is the list. Everybody's cool with the list. We're good?
Kinda, yeah.
I guess.
All right, hold on.
We're gonna take it.
Hold on. Wait. I think we could put Steve Young in front of John Elway.
I don't think it really matters that much.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Oh,
I
what
don't
you say,
think we
GK?
can.
We didn't hear you.
I don't think it really matters that much.
Kind of could, or you kind of could.
Steve Young was a 2-time MVP. I mean,
John
he
Elway
led
started in
passer.
5
He
Super Bowls.
led the
was
league
a
in
rookie.
passing touchdowns 4 times, passer rating 6 times. I mean,
He was a good
his
runner.
stats.
John
and,
Elway
I mean,
was
he
one
won
hell
as
of a
much.
runner too, though.
Yeah, Steve Young. Yeah,
People watching are gonna think that
Steve Young
well,
could
what
beat
are
John
they
Elway in a
doing
race,
this
though.
yeah.
this
I would
list
probably
isn't
put
based
Steve Young
on-
in
What
front
you
of
say,
John
Charles?
Elway. Come to
People
think
that's
about
watching
and
gonna think what?
And I can beat
Split-
Johnny Unitas in a thumb war. I mean, what does it matter?
Hold on, Charles. Hold on.
No, I
Hold on.
was just saying though. I was just saying that the people watching, they got to realize when they look at this list that it's not just based off of achievements. You had mentioned that at the beginning, so if they were
Yeah,
wondering
right.
why they were in
People are gonna tear us up.
But
I
I mean,
say this
people
every time we
that
make a
watch
list.
this are gonna know. The new people that watch this aren't gonna know, but the people that watch every episode of ours, they know how we do these things. So
There's other factors.
yeah, it's other factors.
Yeah.
All right, so the listeners at home, I didn't thank you guys today, but thank you guys, YouTube, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts for listening. But for you guys that's listening on Apple, Spotify, and Google, these guys, and I had a little bit of input. I can't dodge
look at
reflection
him
this
trying
time, Roy.
I had nothing to
But
do
next
with it.
time, I'm going to have nothing to do with this. Okay, I satisfied Roy this time, guys. He always looks to me, Justin. Troy, you're not going to help. Troy, you're not going to help. You're not going to say anything. No, I'm not. But this time I said so. I got you, Roy. All right. So this is the top 10 list. 1 to 10: Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Joe Montana, Drew Brees, Dan Marino, Johnny Unitas, Aaron Rodgers, John Elway, Steve Young, and Ben Roethlisberger. Now, you will find this list up on our social medias, Twitter, Instagram, and our Facebook group. Just drop some comments. Let us know how you feel about it, who you would move out, who you would put in. And with that, the top 10 all-time quarterback list is done.
Brett
That
Favre was not
fun.
on that list.
I
That's
know.
That
crazy. That's
fun.
crazy. Brett Favre was.
I'm
not
proud
on
of the
that
top
list.
3 though. We did good on that.
I think
Yeah,
those
boys.
3 are. That was good. All right, yeah, we did okay, I guess. We
All
could have
right.
done better. We'll do better
Now-
next time.
Now you guys know what it is. It's my favorite segment. It's you guys' favorite segment. What is it?
Oh, is it who you got?
Who you got is correct.
I'm gonna tell you who I got. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Who you
Roy's
got
ready.
is
I'm not. Let's
correct.
go. I'm gonna just tear
Now
some.
this is Superstar Edition. I mean, and Super Bowl MVP Edition, and then a little later in it, I have a little surprise for you guys.
Okay, I
Okay.
got you.
All right, so we're getting right into it. For you guys at home, the ones that's listening, if you don't know who you got is I give these guys 2 names, and they tell me who they got out of the 2 names. It could be players, city, state, your mama and your father. It doesn't matter. Okay, let's get it. The first one is MVPs, Super Bowl MVPs. All right,
Okay.
Kurt Warner, and I got numbers for you guys too. To get set up
Okay.
over here, so you guys know, because it's MVP, so you want to know what they did. All right, we got Kurt Warner, who threw for 414 yards and 2 passing touchdowns, versus Tom Brady, who threw
Just
100,
rubbing it in.
who threw 145 yards for 1 touchdown. Who you got?
Kurt Warner.
Give me the grocery bagger.
Give me the guy who used to work at Kroger.
I'm going to Tom Brady.
I got Brady.
Oh, give
Kurt
me.
Warner's only good in the
Hold
dome.
on. So Roy got Kurt, GK got Kurt,
We're talking about this game.
Frank got
Yeah,
Tom.
we're talking about this game. The
Yes,
games
the
that they
MVP
won.
that they won, just that
Yes.
MVP game. We're not talking
Yes.
about nothing else. Frank, you got
Can you-
Tom, and then who else said they got Tom?
I
Richie.
got
Can you
Tom.
can you read the statistics again, please?
Great job,
Kurt-
Tom. You threw 100 yards.
Kurt Warner, 414 yards, 2 passing touchdowns. Tom Brady, 145 yards with 1
Oh,
touchdown.
Lord.
45
Kurt Warner then. Yeah.
Kurt Warner.
He was rolling that game.
We got Charles.
Tom.
All right, the next one is Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis They don't really give you statistical stats from him, but it says led a dominant Ravens defense. All right, that's his stats.
He did. No,
All right.
Right.
Versus Von Miller, who had 6 tackles, 2.5 sacks, and 1 pass deflection.
Right.
That's it, Ray Lewis.
GK, you said Ray?
Right. They were there because of Ray. They won because of Ray. Right.
Roy, you said Ray?
As much as I hate Ray Lewis, yeah.
Who else said Ray?
Ray Lewis.
Richie.
Unanimous.
God, I hate picking Ray Lewis.
Where the hell did Frank go?
Wait a minute here. It's like, no. All right. Well, Ray Lewis, people don't remember if they weren't there. He was like the quarterback. Yeah, he was like the quarterback of that defense, man. So yeah, Ray Lewis. No doubt.
Man, Frank disappeared and we didn't even notice it.
Oh, I didn't even notice he was gone.
See, I pay attention. All right, the host paid
There
attention.
he is.
All right, Frank is back.
The way I
Frank,
look at it is,
Frank, you can stop a unanimous decision right now. Everybody picked Ray Lewis. It's Ray Lewis in 2001 led a dominant Ravens team, or Von Miller in 2016, who had 6 tackles, 2.5 sacks, and 1 pass deflection. Who you got?
Ray Lewis.
And it's unanimous. He did not stop the unanimous vote.
the way I look at it is, if I had a time machine,
Hey,
I could go back to that morning
cut that out, GK.
and
cut
grab
that out.
either one of them. I'm grabbing Ray.
Yeah.
All right. Next one.
Trent Dilfer is a quarterback. Come on.
Next one is Hines Ward.
Whoo!
Hines Ward had 5 catches for 123 yards and 1 touchdown.
That
Or
was a very important touchdown.
Julian Edelman, who had 10 catches for 141 yards.
Wait, who did they each play? I don't remember.
Steelers played Arizona and the Patriots played.
Oh,
Was
Steelers.
it who they played after the Eagles? The
Hines
Was it
Atlanta.
the Falcons one?
Yeah, Atlanta, I think.
If it was the Falcons one, I have to go Edelman.
Yeah, Edelman.
Hines Ward, man.
Well, because
Hines.
if Edelman didn't make that miracle catch, then the Patriots don't win the game.
Listen,
So
we're
If
just talking
Hines
about
Ward-
we're just talking about the MVPs. Let's
and
go.
if Hines
Roy
Ward didn't
got-
break free on that one, I mean, it was like what, a 70-yard touchdown pass? I mean, like,
bro,
we
in
lose that
any
game
other
too.
scenario, I'd pick Hines. He's fucking Korean.
All right, but look at this. Look at this.
I have
just
no
wanna point one
ties.
thing out. I just want to point one thing out. I want to point one thing out.
The only NFL player of my people. Of course, I want to pick.
I
him.
just want to point one thing out. Hines Ward had 5 catches for 123 yards.
I got nothing to do with that.
Edelman had 10 catches for 141.
Oh,
5 catches, 123, 10 catches,
Like,
141.
he's the only
Somebody had
NFL
touchdowns. All right,
By
GK,
your
you
logic,
answer.
I should
GK
pick-
and
I
Roy.
should pick
GK
Wes
and Roy. Hold
Welker. I
on,
should
come on,
pick
come on,
white
come on. Y'all-
dude.
Come on, GK and Roy, y'all answer. Let me get the other 3. Richie, Charles, and Frank. Who you got? Hines Ward or Julian Edelman?
I said Hines.
All right, Roy said Frank said Hines.
I said
Yeah.
Hines.
I mean, based
I got
on the game, it's got to be Edelman here. That game was.
And who you said you got, Richie?
Edelman.
Chicago? Edelman? Richie Chicago got Edelman. All right, the next one should be fun. We got Peyton Manning, who threw 247 yards and 1 passing touchdown. Or you want Drew Brees, who went 32 of 39 passes, 288 yards for 2 touchdowns.
Drew Brees.
Breeze is Jesus.
Boring as hell.
It's close. Peyton had to play in
So
the rain.
close.
Yeah.
Yep. Dang.
I'll take
No,
Breezes.
do we have a unanimous Drew Brees?
Think it's
Yeah.
gotta be,
Yeah, he was on fire.
Everybody
nonstop.
picking Drew Brees?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Richie?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep, Drew Brees.
Second unanimous. All right. This one, I don't even know the first dude. All right, but I'm being truthful, guys. I don't know the first dude, but I'm probably heard of him. I don't remember him, but I had to find a name. So this was the name. We got Deion Branch.
I remember
you
Deion.
don't know who Deion
11,
Branch is?
11,
Crazy.
11. I said I probably, but I don't. Listen, he played in 2005. It is 2022
Your
right
age
now.
is showing.
He was not that big of a name for me to remember, okay? Not
Your
that big of a
age
name
is
for me to
showing.
remember.
I was a
Chill out.
freaking senior in high school.
I'm
Okay.
22 years old and I know. who that is.
Okay, I know who. I said I might know who he is. I just don't recognize the name. I didn't
Bruh.
research him. I just found a picture of the dude. Listen, leave me alone.
I thought you were about to pull up a guy in black and white or something.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
why would I do that? You guys.
pulls up
why would I
Deion
do
Branch,
that?
like,
listen,
what?
listen. Deion Branch. He had 11 catches for 133 yards, versus Santonio Holmes, who had 9 catches, 133 yards, and 1 touchdown. Who you got?
Oh wait, that's the
Santonio.
Cardinals Super Bowl. That's the Cardinals one. The other
That
one
was
with
the
Hines Ward
catch.
was the Seattle Seahawks one.
Yeah, Dion wasn't too
Yeah, so
popular.
that makes it even more so in Edelman's.
Thank you, Charles. Thank you, Charles. Dion wasn't
Yeah,
that popular.
I
Thank
was gonna
you.
look out for you.
Santonio
Thank you.
Holmes has the greatest Super Bowl catch of all time.
Word is born. I'm going Santonio.
So we got
Antonio.
Roy,
Greatest
Frank,
catch of
Santonio.
all time.
Richie Chicago.
I don't know
Antonio.
if I go that far, but I am also picking Santonio.
That's not the
Charles.
greatest catch of all time.
I don't know if I would say that, but
Charles, who you got?
All right, I'm gonna go Branch. There you
Oh,
go.
he ends the
You
split.
just blew it like that.
just
What?
ends the
Right.
split.
You just
Honestly,
learned
though-
who he was 5
honestly,
minutes
though-
ago.
Yeah.
honestly though, that
No, I
MVP
said-
was
I
so
knew who he
fitting for
was.
Branch
I
because
knew who
he
he was.
literally was the most important player in that game.
I'm just saying he wasn't a very well-known well-known name at those years. I remember very vividly that, when he got pretty big in the Super Bowl, it was like, who's this guy kind of.
Okay, Charles. Yeah, I see you. I agree with you. But
Oh,
I'm
don't
still
be
picking
coming at
Santonio.
me for not knowing who he is, all right? I didn't like the damn Patriots. I didn't care about them. I'm a Giants fan. I don't care who it
Greatest
is.
catch.
He has the greatest catch of all time and wasn't.
All
even
right,
there.
next one. Listen, let me tell you guys something before I put this. All right, you disrespect me. I'm ending.
It's
ending
not
it.
Eli.
I'm ending
It's gonna
it.
be
I'm
unanimous.
ending it. I'm
Not
ending it.
unanimous.
I'm ending it.
You already
All right?
disrespected about yourself by saying you didn't know who Dion.
Eli
Yeah,
Manning.
facts.
Eli
Oh,
Manning
shit.
in 2008, he threw 255 yards and 2 touchdowns versus Joe Flacco, who threw
was elite.
22 of 33, 283 yards and 3 touchdowns.
The best quarterback.
Joe
Smoking
Elite
Joe.
Flacco.
What happened to him anyway?
Was this the helmet catch one or the other one?
This was the
You
helmet
working at
catch.
the restaurant now or what?
This was the helmet catch one or the other one?
The helmet.
Oh,
2008.
I think hold on. We
Plaxico
got
Burress caught the touchdown to end the game. That's the one it was.
we got to look back and recognize that Joe he had one of the best playoffs.
Joe almost blew that game after lights came
Yes,
on.
we're
He
talking
had
about
the
the
best
we're talking about the
playoffs.
one game though.
Exactly,
Yes,
and
the
that's
one
what I'm
game.
saying. And he was still great in the Super Bowl.
He was, but he didn't do what Eli did on that one play. And I think that one play is enough.
I don't think this was the game though.
Oh, this was the game. 2008, David Tyree's
Oh,
catch.
okay.
2012 was
My
the
bad.
Mario Manning catch. Come on, I know my
I
history.
didn't hear that.
Yeah, so like the way he evaded the pass rush.
So Frank said
And
Joe
then
Flacco.
hurled it down
Roy
the
said
field.
Joe Flacco.
Closed his eyes and threw it
Okay.
up. Tyree
Yeah.
caught it off the
I'm going with Eli.
What does that have to do with
He
Catch
caught it
is
off
way
somebody's
better than
helmet. He
throw.
caught it off
Listen,
his own helmet. Come on,
I'm
stop
a-
doing that.
I'm a
Stop
very
talking about
big
catch like it wasn't a
Joe
skill thing for
Flacco
him to do
advocate.
to stick it to a body part. Every wide
Oh
receiver
my
does that
God.
when they don't
Listen.
have even Odell's Beckham one-hand catch. He pulls it back in and sticks it to his chest.
Listen.
They all do it. They all do it. Antonio
Oh,
Brown
do
stuck
what?
a ball to his leg to catch the ball. We
Listen,
don't look at that as
Nobody catches passes like Tyree, like that catch off the helmet. Stop.
everybody
Listen,
sticks
I-
everybody
So how does that
sticks
say anything
the
about
ball
Eli?
to a body part. Everybody.
What
That's
does
what
that
Tyree
have
says.
to-
What does that have to do with
Body
Eli?
part.
Just because of it's called the catch,
Listen,
not the
just pick-
throw.
Just pick it.
Exactly.
Just pick
Thank
it.
you.
It was the throw though. I got you, GK. Just pick
That
it.
is not the throw.
I got
Listen.
Frank and Roy. Y'all
Yeah.
picked already. Why y'all still talking, bro? Why y'all still talking?
Because I'm giving my
We giving
Can
opinion.
I
insight.
hear
We
everybody
giving
else?
context to the
Please, can I
throw.
just hear everybody else?
We giving context.
Listen, GK, who you
Okay.
got?
You got to give context.
GK,
I'll give
who
you
you got?
context, bro. I am a very big Joe advocate,
Ooh.
a very big Smoking Joe fan
But
since Udell. But the one play, that's enough.
GK going into
that has nothing
explanations.
to do with
Ricky,
him.
Ricky, who you got? I got it, Roy. I got it, Roy. It's all right. Ricky, who you got?
Why? If it's enough for Santonio, why is it enough for Eli?
Because Santonio made the catch.
And it was how he made the catch.
I'm going
Eli
Joe.
broke a
All
tackle
right,
and
all
all.
right. I
I'm-
muted all you motherfuckers. I muted every single last one of you motherfuckers. Frank, GK, Roy. Yes, stop. Richie, who you got?
I got Joe.
All right. And then
Go
Charles,
Flacco.
who you got?
Okay. All right. Look, I was gonna say Eli. He's kind of scrambled out of a sack.
And then Roy and Frank, y'all gotta unmute yourselves.
He kind of ran out and threw it, and the guy made the catch.
He said no.
So I'm gonna go Eli.
All
There it
right,
is.
Charles got Eli, and then Richie, you said Flacco, right?
Yeah.
I don't like Eli.
All right. Damn, y'all just making it harder. Frank, you gotta unmute yourself before I move on to the next one. All right, there we go.
Yeah, please
All
click
right.
the next one, dude.
All right, the next one, you better not disrespect it. All right, We got Aaron Rodgers, his only title. All right, let me find his stats because he's in a different blue. Aaron Rodgers went 24-39 for 304 yards and 3 touchdowns versus Patrick Mahomes, who went 26 for 42, 286 yards with 2 touchdowns. Who you got?
Mahomes.
Patty.
Wait, who did the Chiefs play that year?
49ers.
Green Bay played the Steelers.
So, Frank, you said Patty. Who was that, Patty? It was one more voice.
I did not say Patty. I was going to go Rodgers, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well,
Rodgers.
I'll second that because Patrick was almost 50% throwing.
Wait, so,
So,
you on Patrick Mahomes?
No, I'm gonna go Rodgers.
Okay, GK. He's looking up stats. Richie, Chicago. Who you got?
Mahomes.
All right, GK is on you. And then the twist.
I don't know.
think I'll
Mahomes
put
threw
the
2
picture.
picks. Who did the Packers play? The Steelers?
Yes.
I think I gotta go Rodgers.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Oh my God. I'm fucking up over here. Yeah, I didn't see that. So GK, you say you got Rodgers. Frank said.
Yeah, Rodgers, 304 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Patty.
Against an elite Steelers.
All right,
defense.
here is the twist. Now we're doing Super Bowl losing quarterbacks. You got to pick a losing quarterback.
I know I'm on this list.
The first 2 is Colin Kaepernick and Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh
Colin.
my God.
Who you got?
Can I choose neither one?
No, you choosing one.
I'll say
I'll probably go Colin.
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 It'll be a cold day in hell when I pick.
Frank,
Jimmy
you said
G.
Colin?
Colin.
Nah, I'm going Cat.
And then Charles?
You're losing, getting rid of.
Losing.
who would you
Losing quarterback.
prefer?
Who lost in the
Who
Super
would you
Bowl?
prefer?
That was when he was rolling Kaepernick, I guess.
All right, Kaepernick is our first unanimous losing quarterback. Next quarterbacks is Matt Hasselbeck.
Is that Rex Grossman?
Grossman?
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Matt
I
Hasselbeck.
recognize that 8 anywhere.
I had to trick you
Rex
guys.
Grossman.
I had to trick
Not
you
good.
guys.
Oh no, give me Hasselbeck.
Hasselbeck. Bears.
So
flex.
Rex Grossman
Yes,
was
if I have
terrible.
to.
Terrible.
Okay, you said Hasselbeck too?
Yeah, if I have to
And
choose.
Frank, you said
between-
Hasselbeck?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Charles, you said Hasselbeck too?
Yeah, Hasselbeck wasn't
All
half
right.
bad actually.
All right, Hasselbeck is
He wasn't good.
unanimous. All
Yeah, I
right,
know.
this one should be fun because I think it's going to be unanimous again. And it's Cam. Wait, come on, change it. It's Cam Newton, 2015, or
Yeah.
Jared Goff in
Cam.
2018.
Cam looks so sad. Yeah, I'll take
I had to put that picture.
In what world would you pick golf?
Jared
No, right.
Goff.
Golf.
So everybody got Cam. Frank, who you got?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one's picking
Cam,
golf.
Cam,
Cam won
Cam,
MVP
all right.
that year. Golf is
Roy.
never going to win an MVP.
Roy, this one's for you, Roy.
You might not
there
win a
we go.
starting job.
Ben Roethlisberger or Matty Ice Ryan.
Roethlisberger.
That's
Roethlisberger.
That's an easy one.
Big Ben.
Ryan's
for sure.
overrated. Ryan sucks.
Frank,
Yeah, I'm going Ben.
it's
like
unanimous. See,
that.
I
I
planned
like
these losing quarterbacks to be unanimous, but the last one, it probably is going to be unanimous, but I don't think it should be. Russell Wilson or Patty Mahomes?
Actually, that's not that easy.
That's not that easy.
Frank said
That
Patty.
interception on the goal line was just.
That
No, I know.
inexcusable.
That's so.
I know
tough.
he's still
honestly-
probably haunted by that.
Honestly, if I'm taking both of them from both those years,
I'm taking
give
Patty.
me Russell just because he's smarter.
So
He's
smart throwing that pick.
Frank. All right, so I got GK with Russell, Frank with Patrick.
Actually, hold on. I might go Russell here because
In that year,
now that you
Patty-
mentioned
Chicago.
that-
Patty
who you got?
admitted to saying he didn't know how to read defenses.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go Wilson.
Wilson,
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a good point.
Charles.
Take away Tyreek Hill, it's over. I'm gonna go Russell Wilson.
Ooh, reverse sweep.
No, I'll do Patty. That's close though. That's very close.
It is close, yeah. I know.
All right. And that brings us to the end of
That was a tough
who
one.
you got. Thank you guys for participating. I hope you like that one. All right, that one was fun for me to make.
Yo, do we got any trivia today?
No trivia today.
Mm.
No trivia today. But trivia next week because I got
That's
You've
my
been
jam,
studying
bro.
GK.
I got some stuff. GK was like, what
He's
kind of
been
questions
studying.
is Troy going to ask?
He was looking
I
up
think-
middle names.
I
He was
think
looking
I
up middle
got right. He
names.
was looking up middle. He's gonna ask middle names. He's gonna give us.
Oh
the
yeah,
position.
actually, yeah.
He's gonna tell us
That was
they
the only
went to
part that I
Super
hated about
Bowl.
that.
Oh yeah, so Frank, you missed it. I came up with a new segment called Guess That Player. We'll probably do it next week, so you'll get a taste of it Tuesday. But basically, I just give you 5 hints, and you got to guess that player.
One of them's useless.
And one of the hints, one of the hints, Frank was their middle name. Okay,
It was a good
their
idea. It
middle
was very
name.
It
poorly
was
executed.
poor in execution.
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't. It was executed just how I wanted it.
His middle name
No.
Just
is
how I wanted-
Kyle.
Not,
I'm like,
but
okay.
see, not every person had a middle name. It was only 3 of them that had middle names. So come on, stop acting like everyone.
You
it was
counted.
12 of them.
You went
Should've
back and
asked us.
counted.
No,
Should've
I
asked us.
counted
You
it when I
counted.
did it. When I was
You
making it,
went
I
back
counted
and
it.
counted.
No,
You should've
I
asked
counted
us
it when
before
I
you
did
put
it.
in a
You
show.
guys act like you like the middle names was every hint of every player. It was 12 players. Only 3 of them had middle names. Come on, guys. It was not.
There's
only
only one
I'm a-
athlete.
It was
Kobe
executed
Bean Bryant.
very
Anybody
well.
else's middle name, I don't know.
Executed very well. I also gave you guys nicknames, and you didn't know that one either. So stop playing. All right. All right. So, Frank, since you back, I'm gonna give you the choice. Do you want to go into NBA trades first, or do you want to do the all-time Mount Rushmore? First, before you answer that, GK, how much time you got?
Man, I'm still awake, so I would prefer we do the Mount Rushmore just in case.
Mount Rushmore, Frank?
Yeah, I want to hear y'all Rushmores.
All right, so we're gonna go to NBA trades after Mount Rushmore. All right, let's get into Rushmore. Frank, who do you want to start first?
Let the guest
Me.
go first.
Oh, Frank said he want to start
Oh,
first.
he said me.
Frank's
get
the
him.
guest today.
Get him,
Frank's
Uncle
the
Frank.
guest. He's back.
Get him.
Like Frank is the
Get him,
guest.
get him.
He getting special privilege today. Go ahead, Frank. Who you
Rushmore got 4 people.
I got
in
a
it.
couple hot ones.
got?
All right. Number 1 on my Mount Rushmore.
Hold on, before you say that, it's just 4 names, right?
Yes,
4 names.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
All right. Eli's one of mine. Go ahead.
All-time athletes. Number 1, I would go Muhammad Ali. We're saying that real quick. I still believe Floyd Mayweather is the greatest boxer of all time.
People that have better records than Floyd.
Ali for different reasons.
There's people that have better records than Floyd. 90-0 before they lost.
You didn't
their
need
first
that
fight.
second comment.
Yeah,
I
you
just
should
wanna throw that
have
out
left
there.
Floyd out of it. People
Wanna
gonna
throw
eat that up.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
you should have just
team
stopped
out
Who
here.
right
your number
there.
2? Who your number 2?
CMT. Number 2, Tiger Woods.
Okay.
Now my last 2 is a little.
Derrick
you know what I
Henry.
mean?
Come on, Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry, come on.
Brian
Jeremy Lin.
Tannehill. Jeremy Lin. Go ahead.
No. All right. So number 3 is Serena Williams.
Okay.
You just got to show women, some
All right,
love.
who's your last? Because
You're a
I think
better
we
man
probably
than me.
only gonna have one different, bro. I'm going next, just to let you know.
My last hails from Akron, Ohio.
LeBron James.
LeBron James.
LeBron James.
No,
All
I
right, so
fuck
let
with
me
Frank's
run
list.
this down. Let me
I
run
Never
this
fuck-
down.
heard
I
of
fuck
him.
with Frank's
Let-
Mountain.
Let me
Never heard of
run
him.
this down real quick. Everybody's gonna give their Mount Rushmore list, and then if you guys want to debate, we can debate
All right.
after. All right, let's not interrupt. But I'll go real quickly because me and Frank's is similar. I got Muhammad Ali, Larry Bird. I'm sorry, Larry's on my Mount Rushmore. I got Serena Williams, and then
What
I
did
got
he
Tiger.
say?
What did he say?
And then I got Tiger.
Mhm.
Yes, I put Larry Bird up. Isn't a Mount Rushmore a personal thing? Is who you would put up there, right? So
Not really.
I will
mean,
take-
Not
I would
really.
take. I would yes. Everybody has it. So why is every Mount Rushmore different?
it's not. I
There's
mean,
one.
It's
No,
Mount,
no,
gotta be
I would
realistic.
consider.
But isn't Mount Rushmore the same as somebody's top 5 players or top 10
No,
players?
I would
No,
consider
no,
like
No.
your music.
So why?
playlist
So why?
is
So
different
why are
than
all of
Mount
us gonna have
Rushmore.
a different Mount Rushmore?
I mean,
It's opinion based.
Also, different
Thank you. It's
sports.
opinion based, just like a top 10
But-
list of
But
all
not
time.
personal opinion. It's like
No, it's my
yeah.
opinion. Larry
But
Bird
it's not-
was the best
it's not-
player in
it's
his
not a
era. He won
preference,
3 MVPs
really.
back to back to back to back. I can go on. Like there's stuff that I can use to say Larry Bird. It could be my GOAT, even though I don't believe in the GOAT talk. I can say that, so I can put Larry Bird as on my Mount Rushmore over.
I mean, like you
Mike
said,
over
we'll
Bird.
discuss it afterwards. Let's
Yeah,
just get
we'll
it. Let me
discuss.
just hear everybody.
Oh, then my honorable mention is Eli. But go ahead. Eli face halfway chipped in. They chipped it in and was out of space, so he just got one eye. That's it.
all right. So
Who's next?
number 1, I got Babe Ruth. Then number 2, I got Michael Jordan. Number 3, I got Muhammad Ali. And then 4, I got Wayne Gretzky.
I saw that on the list. I saw Wayne Gretzky. That's the hockey player, right?
Hockey player.
Yeah, I just couldn't go there because I don't watch hockey.
Those are the
So,
most
and then,
4
so,
iconic
right, I had
people
to
in
make
sports
I had to
for
make
me.
mine a little bit personal to me because I only watch kind of 2 sports, and that's football, basketball, somewhat boxing, and I love Serena Williams. Who's next?
I go
Richie?
next.
Go ahead, Richie, Chicago.
So I got Michael Jordan first, Brady second, Babe Ruth third, and Tiger Woods fourth.
Charles?
Yeah, I got him.
I'm gonna let GK keep his face like that because we know he always got something hot to say when his face is funny.
Mine
Go ahead,
is
Charles.
I'm sorry. Mine is Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, Tiger Woods, Tiger Woods and Serena Williams. I think that's a great list. Thank you.
Hey, the floor is yours.
Yeah, I got Tiger and Serena too, so we pretty much almost all agree on that.
Dominant. Yes, sir.
But then I got Wayne,
That's good.
and then I got, as my 4th, I got Pele.
Oh, yeah.
I saw him too.
Okay.
That's
I
a
saw
good
him
one.
too when I was looking up. I saw him
And
too.
listen,
I
like,
never thought of that.
soccer is the most popular sport in the history of
is.
sports worldwide.
I don't know
Probably
much
the
about
most iconic soccer player that ever lived.
Yeah.
And not only that, but he does have numbers to back it up, which aren't only impressive for his era, which are impressive in any point in time, because I'm pretty sure he scored like 1,400 goals in like 1,200 games or something ridiculous like that. And he won 3 World Cups. And the World Cup is only played once every 4 years or whatever. So
he dominated, huh? He dominated the
oh my
sport.
God, like clearly head and shoulders above the whole rest of the field, the whole rest of the world. So yeah.
Okay.
That's why I put Wayne Gretzky in mine. He won MVP
Well,
9
I have him too. I have Wayne too.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, if you guys want to discuss. I think we all had a consensus of a couple of names in our
Wait, did anybody leave out Tiger and Serena?
Yeah, a couple people, but I got
I
a couple debates on if you wanted to like critique
Yeah,
somebody.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Any
Okay.
questions you want to ask to anybody's Mount Rushmore? Hit me with the Larry Bird questions. I don't care. I'm ready.
One of them is you.
Let's go. I'm ready.
All right, you ready? I love the Larry Bird thing, but I don't think he makes this. And I mean, he dominated his era a little bit, but he's almost like he's not up there with Jordan in basketball or even LeBron, I'd say. And then
I
the
think
other,
that's opinion based though.
yeah, I guess so.
I think
But
it's very opinion based because honestly, I don't care who choose me up for it. I'm taking Bird over LeBron.
I just wanted to like poke at that, and then the
Yeah.
LeBron James one, I wanted to poke at because I think Jordan was way better in my opinion, and that's it.
But see, that's what I'm saying. That's what I said when I said mine. It does Mountain Rushmore does have something to do with your personal feel
Right.
of players. And that's
Wait,
why
I
I
have
was
something
like,
to
But
say
it
about
got to be
that.
in the realistic realm.
Yeah,
It is,
of-
but it is in a
of-
realistic
of
realm.
Mount
But you can't
Rushmore.
tell.
It gotta
But
be
you
Mount
can't.
Rushmore
That's not fair to say that you gotta be like, oh, this is this list of names that has to be on Mount Rushmore. No,
Yeah, yeah,
everybody views sports in a different way. Some people
Listen,
said Wayne
I think it's
Gretzky
good.
because they watch hockey. GK
Yo,
said
Troy,
a soccer guy when
You
somebody
don't
watches
even gotta
soccer.
watch.
People,
Yeah.
people might not even relate to those guys.
Well, Troy,
Yeah.
here, this is how I see it. Like, I don't care that you have Larry there. Like, if you consider him your best basketball player, fine.
Yeah.
I just don't think a basketball player belongs on the Mount Rushmore because no basketball player has been that marginally ahead compared to like how Wayne Gretzky was ahead of the field in hockey.
I get
Or-
what
Yeah,
you're
but
saying.
I can't go Wayne Gretzky or the other guy you named because I don't watch soccer and hockey, so that's not fair for me.
Yeah.
to
Right,
just
but
be
I mean,
giving-
that's
that's not fair for me to give
your
audience,
fault,
the
though.
people that's watching
everybody
us.
else's fault.
But that's fine. I'm not saying it's nobody's fault. I'm not blaming it on anybody, but I'm saying it's not fair to the listeners for me to give them 2 names and I don't know who these 2 names are.
That's a fair statement.
You did it for who you got, but yeah.
This isn't really an argument.
Real quick, y'all.
Branch, that's one name. That's one name. Come
I'm
on,
messing
come on,
with you.
Roy. Come on, Roy.
Right.
I'm surprised no one else said Babe Ruth.
I
no
don't
one
watch
else
baseball.
said
I was
Babe
thinking
Ruth.
about him, but I just
Sports that
didn't
I
think
watch.
Like,
that.
you
I
think
have
of the
three.
iconic. Oh, you did. You said Babe Ruth.
Yeah, and number 3.
I
Oh,
think 3
okay,
people
I
said
gotcha.
Beirut, I think.
Listen,
Okay.
I was thinking about him, but I don't know how I could put Babe before any of my 4.
Hank Aaron
Yeah.
and all them.
I was thinking like 4 major sports and the top
Yeah.
people. That's my
I'm
like
surprised
thing.
I heard Serena Williams. I didn't think nobody was going to go Serena.
I didn't think anyone was gonna.
Yeah,
go.
same.
she's like.
Yeah,
I like
absolutely
Muhammad
phenomenal.
Ali.
But
I like how many people said Muhammad
Serena
Ali.
in her prime was more
I'm
dominant
surprised
than
Tiger got the
arguably
nod, too.
anybody else in their prime, except for maybe Tiger.
Yeah,
Who
I
else
think,
said
I'm
Tiger?
surprised. I'm surprised Tiger got the nod too. I said Tiger, and I think
Why?
two other people
Because
said
That
Tiger.
was me. That was me. Yeah.
Or one other person said Tiger.
I
Um,
didn't.
My-
I didn't.
I
say
want to address
Tiger.
the LeBron,
Tiger.
LeBron thing real quick.
Mhm.
My reasoning for LeBron was more so tied into like my reasoning for Muhammad Ali. It's not just their on the court greatness, but a lot of the stuff of what
More
they're
than the
doing
game.
off the court is. I
Right.
think that is as equally as great, and I think the stuff that LeBron is continuing to do as far as building school academies and all this other stuff off the field.
He's actually
off the
playing
field.
for. He's
And
actually in the All-Star game playing
Yeah,
for
like,
his own
they're-
charity
they're-
this year too. The kids that he put through school when they was 3, and they're in college now. So he's playing for that charity. So if LeBron teams win, the charity money goes to them
I
kids.
think
So.
Yeah, and
Jordan
just bringing
has
his friends along with him,
also-
just putting his friends in positions to where they can succeed within the sport and without the sport, like a Rich Paul and those type of guys, and Medford Carter. Like, I just think that sets him apart from the guys like Michael Jordan. I mean, Michael Jordan did it with as far as clothing, but he didn't really do it outside of the Nike era. I mean, granted, he has. I think Jordan has more of a iconic impact overall worldwide, but I think by the end, when LeBron's stories is done, and when he gives his documentary, his Last Dance video, I think the narrative is going to change. So I'm
That's
just
fair.
predetermined.
I was just
fair.
curious, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
But
I'm not mad at anybody having LeBron on their Mount Rushmore.
I want to know why so many
Jordan.
people left off Tom Brady. Why Tom Brady?
I know
got left
I
off
picked.
out of
I
the
think I'm the only
discussion.
one that picked him.
Preference. That's
I
what I'm
put
saying,
Brady
bro.
too.
When I think of Mount Rushmore, I think of preference. Who would you have as your outlook of sports? Who would you have on your Mount Rushmore? That's
Yeah,
how I
like,
look at it. So
who's your
I know
icon?
I know
I
all
have
of
the
us
best
6 have similar names, but if I get another 5 people up here, they might have totally different names that none of us know of on that Mount Rushmore. They probably don't watch the same sports we do. Some of them might just watch soccer and have 4 soccer players, or some might just have hockey and watch 4 hockey. Some might have NASCAR races up there where all they do is drive cars. Like, that's what I'm saying. That's why I prefaced it when I said Bird. Like, it's for me, especially when you take a basketball player, for me it's preference. And if I will go Bird over. I understand Jordan and LeBron is Jordan is better than Larry. There's an argument, legit argument that can be made. Bird, James, but I understand.
About who?
There's analysts. You don't watch TV. Analysts have done it.
I watch a lot of TV.
Literally have done it. Right. So there's definitely a debate that could happen between Bird and LeBron. For guys that's young, for guys that's young and that's on that, and other guys that's on that LeBron train, then no, there's no comparison. But for me, there is. You can compare them. I'm taking Bird as a small.
In what way?
Every way.
In what way?
Every way. Upstairs, downstairs, left corner, right corner.
It can't
at the
be
corner
scoring,
store,
it can't
getting
be
a
passing,
sandwich,
it can't
down
be
at
creating,
McDonald's, getting
it can't be
McFlurries.
rebounding, it can't be defending.
I'm taking him everywhere.
Okay.
Actually, oh shit. There we go. Actually, guys, I might actually agree with him on the Bird being up there, because I've been watching a lot of his
Bird don't
games.
get the credit he deserves, bro.
He don't get any credit, and he was one of the best passers, and surprisingly, he was actually very good at. I mean, he could shoot from anywhere, and he could even dunk it. I didn't even know he could dunk it. I mean, I know he's tall.
You want to know what's so funny? Me and my best friend was on the phone last night, and normally when we talk, we do this little weird thing where we go to Land of Basketball, I think it's called. Where you can compare 2 players' stats, and we was comparing. We did the Wade versus AI, Bird versus LeBron. We did a couple of other ones. You guys would really be surprised. Like LeBron's numbers, it's a different league, so I get it. You get ×2 of what Bird did in his league in this league now, so I get it. I totally understand it. But
I get it.
Like I said, it's all preference. I'm not mad at you guys if you think like, oh, you shouldn't pick Bird. There's more players. I'm not mad at that. We all have our own opinion. But if I'm starting the team, I want Bird. I would take Bird because he gives me a lot of things that I can work around. Even though I know LeBron is a winner, he's going to take me to a championship. We'll probably get to 10 of those things and only have 4 to show for it. But I understand. But I'm not mad at nobody's list. I like that we all had diversity in our list.
Yeah.
I like that it wasn't all the same. The people, because if it was, what was the point of us doing this segment?
And people might not know Larry Bird was the biggest trash talker in the NBA.
I'm about to say that.
I mean, my list was just based on
was
volume.
known as the greatest
Bird,
trash
when you talk
talker.
about hurt players playing, Bird is at the top of that list because Bird was always hurt and he still killed it. Still killed it. Bird was a tough figure. He doesn't get the respect he deserves because he played in a league with Magic. Magic gets all the respect when Magic and Bird's numbers are very similar, and I think Bird leads him in certain categories. Only thing Magic leads him in is, I think, assist. And I think that's all Magic leads him in.
They play different positions. I feel like
that's true, but I'm just saying those are the two that's compared in that era, Magic versus Bird. That was the rival. So a lot of people tend to take the Magic side of it and not look at the Bird side.
I mean, for me, it's like you compare. Go ahead, Frank.
Because he won first when he got out. He was the first one to win when he came out.
But what I'm saying is then he got his credit. I'm talking about now. Magic gets credit before Bird.
So for me,
I feel on everybody's top 10 list before Bird. He's talked about in the likes of LeBron and them before Bird.
I like looking at more like it should be like Jordan and Kobe, Larry and KD, Magic and LeBron.
I'm not mad at those comparisons.
Like people got that were more the same style, like more the same, I guess, position.
I get you, GK, because I don't like the LeBron versus Jordan debate.
Right? No, it's Jordan to Kobe. It's Magic.
Right, Jordan,
LeBron.
Kobe,
it's
Magic,
Larry to
right,
KD.
because they played you gotta. Then I always say that. Like you got to compare these guys against players that played that same position. You can't compare them to. That's like comparing Damian Lillard's career to Kevin Durant's career. There's two different positions.
Right.
Two different positions. They do two different things on the floor.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter if they score at the same, right? They do two different things on the floor. So I think people don't take that into consideration, GK, enough when they talk about LeBron versus Jordan. It shouldn't be LeBron versus Jordan. It should be
like LeBron versus Magic.
Jordan, right? Shooting guards versus Kobe, small forwards because LeBron came in a small forward, small versus LeBron. Same thing with KD. I don't like the out of position because we got positionless basketball now. They take that to the argument.
KD and Larry were the ones you would.
Yeah, I agree with that comparison too. So anybody else got anything to add?
The MJ comparison, the last thing, MJ comparison with LeBron really hurts LeBron's name. In fact, I think if MJ didn't exist, LeBron would be like unbelievably the greatest all time. It's just they tie it into MJ so much that it messes with LeBron's name, in my opinion.
I agree.
I also
LeBron kind of did that to himself, though.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I really just rather compare Jordan to Kobe, and especially like
me too.
What I always tell people is like, if Shaq never left the Lakers, then nope. Like, everybody would have Kobe as number one.
Didn't you say that one episode? If Kobe and Shaq won 10 championships, nobody be saying anything right now. I think it was you who said
that. Like they just talk about Scottie and Jordan, but if Kobe and Shaq just would have got along, then everybody would be saying Kobe, Shaq. Like they would have won. They would have won 8 times together. Why wouldn't they have?
All right.
Kobe was special.
Let's get on to this NBA draft. So over the last couple of days,
trades.
Sorry, it's a draft. I just got too excited, all right, because now I know it's buyout, then it's draft. So I'm just still waiting for these moves. But over the last few days, we had some big trades happen. So we're gonna dive into those trades because I want you guys' opinions on some stuff that's happened. I'm gonna start off with some light trades and then we'll get into the heavy trades. I don't want us to start arguing first. All right, I want us to get into it. So we're gonna start off with my team, Boston. And I wanted to know your thoughts because it's the lightest one.
How did I know?
It's the lightest one,
yeah.
I got the Celtics, the Mavs, and the Hornets. Those are the 3 lightest ones. The 3
all right, tell us all the details. All the details.
I don't know the details, but I know Boston moved Dennis Schroeder, Enes Kanter, Bruno, and Josh, and Romeo we get Tice back, which I'm glad Tice is back.
Yeah,
I
like Tice.
And then we got rid of Ball.
Yeah, Bobo and PJ Dozier, that same trade that we got,
Bobo.
we traded it off. The same trade to the Magic for some draft picks and I think cash consideration. But I didn't even put that trade in here because that didn't matter to me. I only put little small things. So I just wanted to know real quickly going around the table, did Boston get better with their trades getting Derek White and
I'm concerned on how much points per game cash considerations is going to drop, but
well, we still have 5 roster spots, so we're not done yet. We're looking at
buyouts. I think the overall is a good move getting Derek White in. I mean, it sucks. I mean, you got to move on from Bol, but I mean, at this point, Bol is getting passed around more than a girl at prom night. So I mean, I don't really know. I think that, it sucks to lose Josh Richardson as well. But overall, I think this helps out the Celtics getting Daniel Tice back. I mean, he's a hometown favorite. And I think Derek White's going to be very good.
He
I mean,
plays
he's
good
going to have
for
a
us,
prominent
too, in our
role.
system.
Exactly. So I think the Celtics did pretty good.
And if you don't have anything to add about the Celtics, we could just move on. So just let me
And they're
know.
also under the luxury tax now, which is
Mhm.
also pretty big for them for bringing in key people. So that's all I got to say about it.
Anybody
I'm
else on
happy.
Boston?
I don't think it helped at all. I just think that they're gonna stay like right where they are record wise. They're gonna stay middle of the pack.
We're gonna stay right where we are on a 6-game.
I mean, yeah, y'all gonna stay middle of the pack. Y'all gonna be a middle of the pack team. I don't expect
But that's
y'all
what we
to
that's
be.
what we projected to be in the early season. We projected.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't expect y'all to make no drastic change. I don't expect y'all to win more.
It wasn't
games.
a blockbuster.
No, we're
Yeah.
going to win more. I would say not because of the trades, but I said this before and I'm sticking with it. After All-Star break, and they started doing it before All-Star break. After All-Star break, Boston's going to kick up. They started to kick up now. Like they're beating good teams. They're getting out there doing what they need to do. They're playing defense. Since Boston went on their 6-game winning streak, we're first in defense. So they're playing defense. They're up in that. So I get what you're saying, but I just think they're going to play more off each other, and they're going to get a little bit better to get to that 5th, 6th, 7th seed. Because right now we're between 7 and 11.
That's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is that y'all gonna make the playoffs. I don't expect you guys to make any noise in the playoffs. That didn't change. I didn't expect you guys to really make any noise prior to all of these trades once if y'all did crack the playoffs. But even still, I don't think this was like a drastic move that put you guys in any position to say that y'all gonna go even further than. I mean, I think you guys ceiling is the second round.
I don't agree with that because we all forget. Before last year, Boston been to 3 straight Eastern Conference Finals. Mm-hmm. We still have our core group together, Tatum and Brown. So what makes you think that these guys don't know how to get it done and get right back to that Eastern Conference Finals with the cookie crumbling like it did for the Bucks last year?
Everybody else around you got drastically better, except
but that's what I'm saying. Okay,
yeah. So it don't matter how good y'all was a couple years ago. No matter how many, if y'all got
guys. I get what you're saying. So when the Heat swept the Bucks,
you're not getting no better.
When the Heat swept the Bucks to get to the finals in the bubble year, and then the next year the Bucks came back and swept them. Right. That's what I'm talking about. It doesn't matter. Now people are viewing the Heat as, they're not this team. But 2 years ago, the Heat was in that same position to be a top team in the East with the defense that they play. And I think they are still that team. What I'm saying is I think Boston is still the team that people are going to sleep on like you are doing, Frank, when we go into the playoffs, that think that we ain't going to do nothing, and that can hurt that team that's sleeping on Boston. Because Boston is still dangerous in the playoffs. We have enough experience to get us back to the Eastern Conference. You can say
have enough firepower. No, you don't.
Yes, that's fine. We don't have to have enough firepower. But
you need that.
But who didn't have? Did the Suns have enough firepower to get past those healthy teams? If the teams was healthy last year, no, they did not. If every team was healthy last year, the Bucks wouldn't have been in the finals, and neither have been the Suns. So let's not act like the cookie didn't crumble in people's laps, and the cookies can't crumble in Atlanta's lap like they're coming back up, or they can't crumble in Boston's lap. But the Bucks won that championship off teams being hurt. That's what they won it off of. Not 100%.
The Bucks have a legitimate number one.
How much farther is Boston going to get because of this trade?
No, I agree with Frank earlier. I agree with Frank there. I think Frank is right there that we didn't get drastically better. But what I'm saying is don't sleep on Boston because we have the experience with the 2 guys that we got, plus Marcus Smart, to get back to an Eastern Conference Finals. And that's all I'm saying.
So Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are not enough to get back to the conference finals. There was enough in 2017, 2018 when LeBron was on the Cavs. Ever since then, it's been downhill.
Ever since 1 year of a downhill, Mavs get Spencer Dinwiddie and Broton and give up Porzingis. What do you guys think about that trade?
That's fine. I think Porzingis needed to go.
Yeah, he wasn't really much.
I feel bad for Porzingis.
I really don't.
I feel bad for him.
Zingus, Pingus.
That's it? Nothing else?
I told you guys a long time ago he needed to get away from Luka. I think if he could stay healthy, it might be better for him.
I don't think it was a good move for Dallas, though, to be honest with you.
Agreed.
I think they needed to, I have no problem with them getting rid of Porzingis, but I think they could have got much for them. They could have done so much, but Spencer Dinwiddie's not really Spencer Dinwiddie.
See, we don't know. See, that's not fair. And this is why
I don't think so.
This is why I went on from the last segment, because we're being prisoners of the moment. It's literally what we're doing. We're living right now in this time like people don't have in the last 3 to 4 years a resume that says that they are who they are. Spencer Dinwiddie was good on the Nets, yes. So you have to understand the only way Spencer is to be good on Denver if they utilize him the way he is to utilize. And this is what I said yesterday on Taco. I'm tired of people getting players and trying to utilize them in a way that they're not utilized. Utilize them to their skills. Ben Simmons, utilize him to his skills. If he ain't a shooter, don't let him shoot. DeMar DeRozan is the only NBA player that's utilized to his skills. A jump point, a 2-point jump shooter. That's what DeMar DeRozan is. Nobody asks him to step outside the line. Nobody asks DeMar DeRozan to change his game. He gets to be him. That's what everybody else needs to do. These players, you just need to get them in a system where the player that they are fits that system. That's it. I think Bertan is a good move for Dallas because you still got the big man who can shoot. I don't know how Spencer Dinwiddie is going to come back, but if he comes back healthy, I think that's a good move because now you get the ball out of Luka's hands all the time. Because Spencer can put the ball on the floor. He can get to the basket. He can create his own shot. That gives Luka a little bit of, I can go over here and stay here for a little bit, get a little rest while these guys go up. They still got Hardaway Jr.
But they still got Hardaway.
Create space.
So yeah, it's create space.
And Brunson.
That's all it is.
And they have Brunson, Hardaway. I mean, they're already loaded at that position already. So
Well,
That
I
didn't
thought
make
they
a
were
lot
going
of
to
sense
move
to me.
Brunson.
It doesn't
I thought
make
they were going
sense.
to move Brunson.
I don't think it
Because
is
they
a
didn't
difference
move
maker
Brunson,
of an extra round in the
I
playoffs.
don't think it makes sense.
I mean, like you have people. I think Spencer Dinwiddie's a shell of his former self, to be honest with you.
No, you gotta let him get back
even if he's
healthy.
not, though,
You gotta let
how
him
much
get
further
fully
do they
healthy.
get in the playoffs because of this trade? I don't.
Oh, this year they
Nothing.
might get to the second round.
DK, I think this trade is for the Golden State for the Phoenix Suns type of teams where they're heavy and they're heavy with as far as the guard rotation. They're deep as far as the guard rotation. They're keeping a lot of guards to defend, and when they go to that small lineup, that's what I think this trade is for mainly. And then I don't think that Luka and Porzingis really liked each other. And it showed that they really couldn't play and win together. I mean, they had their moments when they played good together, but then that's not the style that Luka wants to play, and they're going behind Luka. So they're trying to create as much space as possible. They're gonna become one of those small ball lineups, and I think that's what this move is for. I think it works out better for the Wizards. I mean, if Porzingis could stay healthy, I think it'd be a better move for them. Now he's finally in a situation with Bradley Beal going down. He could possibly get healthy and be a number one option over there. And they could maybe try to build around him and Kuzma and the rest of those young guys. I mean, but outside of it being for a small ball team, I don't think that it really makes sense. That's my only reasoning.
It doesn't
for them making that trade.
I think we all agree on the consensus that it doesn't make sense, but I can see how they could utilize Dinwiddie, and that's all I'm saying. I can see how they utilize him.
I want to throw something small in there real quick. They did get Davis Bertans, and I think that's the most underrated.
Yeah, that's what I said.
The
Bertans pickup was a good one.
That's more important than the Dinwiddie one.
Yeah, there's the floor space, and that's what I was saying.
Does any of this say like, oh, well, because of that trade, they're around further in the playoffs?
No, but it's steps by
Not
steps.
really.
Let's stop acting like teams can make one move and then they're playoff
it's not
contender.
gonna
Every
be
team
that
can do that.
crazy.
Not every team can do that. There ain't that many superstars as we like to think is 12 to 15 of them. There ain't that many superstars that you can just plug into a team and they're automatically a contender. So let's stop thinking.
Nah, to be fair, when they got Porzingis with the hopes of being a legit championship team,
yeah.
And it didn't work.
contender.
And
And now with losing him with Spencer Dinwiddie coming in, I mean,
That's not
it
gonna do it.
reasons to question
But
do they
things
still
don't
have
work.
those same aspirations? Because
Things
I don't
don't
think
work.
this pushes them first. This pushes them closer.
No, and I
to
agree with
being
you guys. I don't think so either.
championship
But
contender.
I think they have a good chance of getting to the second round for the first time this year because Clippers are hurt. Them bottom teams, you're gonna tell me the bottom 6, 7, and 8, the Mavs can't beat them if they got to go against them in the first round?
No, I agree with you. I'm just saying I don't think the trade was going to make any difference of whether or not they were going
Not
to
yet.
get into the second round or not.
No, not yet.
Mhm.
I think they gotta let's see buyouts and if they pick up anybody else that can help the team.
Right. No, I think like if they were going to get to the second round, they were going to do it regardless of this trade happening or not.
Exactly.
That's fair. Which one are we covering next?
I got Hornets getting Montrezl Harrell.
Yeah.
Who did they give?
I like that.
That's good.
Hornets got Montrezl Harrell and they gave up Ish Smith and Carey Jr.
Oh, they got a good deal right there.
Yeah.
I think so. Getting Trez is going to help that team out. I
For
like
sure.
Alley-oop galore. He gonna
that.
drop.
I think that really helps
LaMelo.
out. I think that really helps them out. Seriously, I think it's going to be a really
It
good
do,
pickup
bro.
for them. Trez is good. He's a solid piece. Solid piece. And he shows what he could. I mean, he showed what he could do. Even when he was on the Lakers and everything. But I mean, he did good in Washington. And I think he's going to translate well to Charlotte. And they need a big man. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like watching Cody's
See,
out.
I like
just as much as the
Harold.
next guy.
I like Harold too, because somebody said the Hornets didn't need him. They didn't get what they needed. I think it's a perfect move because the one important thing that Harold brings that I think will go well with Bridges is toughness. Harold is a tough in the paint basketball player. He ain't afraid to get down and dirty, and I think that's what the Hornets need. They need a player that can get down and dirty to match the energy of them young guys and get it done. I'm not saying this makes them a contender, but it does make them better in my opinion.
And I think it's also a future move because I think he's going to really help PJ Washington develop his game.
Good being. All right, let's get to the big trades. All right, Detroit Clippers and this is a 14 trade.
Wild.
Detroit, the Clippers, the Milwaukee Bucks, and the Sacramento Kings. All right, so Detroit gets Marvin Bagley. I think we all could be happy that Marvin Bagley gets out of it from the Kings, especially with the old GM that was there was sitting him and not giving him play time. The Clippers get Ojale and Rodney Hood. The Bucks get Serge Ibaka, 2 future second-round picks and cash considerations, and the Sacramento Kings get Dante DiVincenzo, Josh Jackson, and Trey Lyles.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Who won this trade?
I think the Kings.
Bucks.
I think getting Serge Ibaka with
adding Serge Ibaka to a veteran
with
team.
Lopez being out.
Well, yeah.
And now when you take Giannis off, you got another solid big man to come in and man the paint and hold stuff down defensively, grab
How much
boards.
are they paying him?
I think that'll.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I would say the Kings though, because they got rid of Bagley, but they actually got stuff in return. Is what I think is. I think that's a win. That's a win.
The bonus trade was a win for the Kings.
That's it.
Even though I would
we're not there yet. We're not there yet. We're not there yet.
That was not there yet. We could get into it. We could definitely get into it. We're talking about the Kings.
We're not there yet.
We all know the Bucks kind of won. All right, so go ahead.
Talking about this one.
Who won this one?
I think the Kings did because they got rid of Bagley and they got something in return for it, which is something they shouldn't even have got. They shouldn't have got anything for him just because of the situation. I couldn't tell you.
What was the situation with Bagley? It was just he had a beef with ownership.
He didn't want to be. If someone doesn't want to be there, they're not going to want. It's just like a Ben Simmons situation.
It's a Ben Simmons, James Harden. Who else? I can name a lot of people that.
That's what I'm saying. So you're not going to get anything for him. It's
no,
not.
But he still has trade value. You still want something.
Very little. Very little. He did not have much trade value. He has underperformed since he's been there. He has underperformed. That's not up for debate. He's underperformed. And as people started to give up on him, I mean, there's time. That's why he's not getting minutes in rotations. I mean, yes, it is the ownership and everything like that, but
I thought it was the beef.
But you think they're going to give up a Dante DiVincenzo for that? Someone who's actually been proven to be good and someone who can actually grow in their game.
They did give up Dante DiVincenzo for him.
That's what I'm saying. So they got Dante DiVincenzo for it. That's what I'm saying. That's good for them. I think that's a great pickup. You have someone who can develop versus someone who didn't even want to be there in the first place and probably shouldn't even have had trade value at that. It's a good pickup. The rest of the Kings moves is terrible, but we'll get into that.
We'll get into the Kings next. We'll let Roy start that off. Anybody else got anything to touch on this 14 trade?
I mean,
who did the Pistons get?
The Pistons.
Rodney
Hood. They got a good lot. They got a lot of good people. I feel like solid.
They got who? Rodney Hood.
I forgot who they got though, but it seemed better.
The Pistons only got Bagley.
Only Bagley.
Not the Pistons.
The Clippers got Ojale and Hood.
Yeah, the Clippers.
The Clippers got Semi Ojale and Rodney Hood.
Oh, good old Semi Ojale.
Who the Clippers got rid of?
Yeah, Smith. Oh, yeah.
But I want to know Ibaka's price tag. I feel like that makes all the price tags make all the difference because it's like, am I getting Serge Ibaka cheap or expensive? Did I get rid of an expensive piece of my payroll or did I get rid of a cheap piece? Like, I need to know.
I think the Bucks are fine.
He was on a 1-year deal.
Yeah, I don't think the Bucks are fine. Crazy. I think this was his last year. It's a expiring contract. All right, let's get to the Richie Chicago. You got anything to add on this 14 trade?
No. You can go
All right, let's get to the Sacramento Kings. Rory, start us off with the Sabonis. It wasn't a good trade. It's not good for him. What's up?
It was a good trade until they gave up Tyrese Halliburton. When they gave him up, they lost me. They lost me
He's mad
completely.
right now. He's mad right now.
As he should be. I'd be pissed off if I was him too. He said, "I put my trust in this organization, and they just threw me away." And that's exactly what happened.
But you want to know what it is? He's young, and he has to understand it's a business.
It's a business. I agree with you 100%. But damn, was that not a bad business?
It's not right. It's not right. I'm not agreeing with it.
But that's a bad
how business
move.
is done in the NBA.
That's a bad move.
That's how
They
business is
cashed
done.
in on something.
Kyrie, reverse of that. Team told Halliburton he was good, traded him away. Kyrie told Boston he was good, left. They like it's on both sides. It's on both sides, and it's nasty. It's nasty as hell that they get to do that. Like
I just
they
think
should have some fine in place. Or when you promise a person he's coming back and you trade him, you got to give him $1 million with the trade.
But also Buddy Hield. I mean, they were looking to move Buddy Hield regardless. That was
got Buddy Hield. I think that was a mistake.
Oh, they should have got him over Russell Westbrook
easily.
But the thing is, people they knew they were getting rid of Buddy Hield. But to throw on Tyrese like that is that was the one that puzzled me, because to me it was him and De'Aaron Fox. That's the future of the Kings organization. And it made sense. They gelled together.
Well, to me, it looks like they chose De'Aaron Fox over De'Aaron Fox and Tyler.
But they could have gelled together though. I mean, they played well together.
Too, bro.
That don't mean nothing. It goes in, it goes in.
They used to bag on Lonzo for his jump shot. Tyler fucking jump shot is crazy.
I don't know. I don't like
good
it.
Player, but my thing is Tyler Halliburton went what team again? He went to Pacers, right?
The Pacers.
Yeah. How are the Pacers going to develop?
Pacers won this trade.
How are they going to develop him?
How?
What do you mean?
Right now, what do you mean? How are they going to develop him?
I'm saying is, are they going to? My question is, how are they going to develop him? Are they going to develop Tyler the correct way? Are they going to make him into the player that we all see that he can be?
I think
he's already developing to his own.
He's already,
right. But let's not. But let's not saying force, but teams are teams develop their players. They help their young players become better players. That's what I'm saying. So if Tyler's on that way, that's great. But teams can also
has an adaptable style.
But let's not act like teams
get his own shot.
Right, but let's not act like teams can't diminish that in a player of him growing or him becoming something else. Teams can mess that up. They can. Look
at Malcolm Brogdon. Look at Malcolm Brogdon. They did well with Malcolm Brogdon.
Yeah, that's true. But Brogdon was that way already, just like Tyler Hurton did. But that's why I'm asking the question. Are they going to go that same route with continuing Halliburton the way they continue Brogdon? Brogdon's only problem is now he's injured too much. He gets injured. So that's all I'm asking is the Pacers going to step up and really use this kid? Let me stop not saying what I said. Are they going to really use him for what he can be used for and help him become the player that we know he can be, that we see he can be?
That's all. Well, look at Sabonis before the Pacers and then what the Pacers did for him.
Sabonis, that's the reason I asked. I want to see the same thing as what I'm ultimately saying. I don't want them to just be like, yeah, we got a new guy, and then 3 years down the road, Halliburton is still in the same place. I want him to grow like they did Botan and Brodon. Can't even say names right now. Or Sabonis. I would like to see what the Pacers are going to do with Miles Turner, because some are speculating that now since they got rid of Sabonis, Miles Turner might still be in their plans. But what I think is, I don't think Miles Turner want to be there anymore.
I don't know.
So I think that's a little iffy situation too. That's what I'm saying. So the Pacers
I feel like it's a good spot for him to be now.
I think it is now. With Buddy Hield there
100%,
too.
100%.
Buddy Hield there too.
Buddy Hield's got to produce, because isn't Buddy Hield getting paid over $20 million or something?
Buddy Hield has been producing.
He has been producing.
No, but
he has been. He's been doing.
But here's the difference. Here's the difference though. Halliburton's getting paid like $5 million. And
he's still on his rookie deal.
Yeah,
Buddy Hield, I think, makes like 20-something million. So Buddy Hield's got to match his price tag.
Oh, he is. He's doing fantastic.
Like Halliburton can easily surpass his price tag because he doesn't have to produce that much to surpass his price tag. But Hield has to.
But he's on a rookie deal, so it doesn't even. That doesn't mean much.
No, I know, but you get what I mean. In order for you to get what you're paying for, it's going to be a lot harder for Hield to do that than Halliburton to do that.
I don't know. I don't like the move for the Kings at all. I think the Pacers fleeced them.
Anything else to add?
Did you guys mention what the Kings, what they gave the Kings for them?
Yeah, they gave up Sabonis.
Okay.
I mean,
All right, I would have loved to see. I get it. Like the bonus first game on the Kings went off, like, and got them to win against the Timberwolves that beat them 3 times already. It was about to sweep them in the season series. So he helped with that. He played a pretty good game. I actually watched the game while it was happening live. But don't you feel like Sabonis could have went to a contender and helped them this year?
Yeah. Especially with his level of play now.
I think the Pacers they wouldn't have pulled the trigger like that. I think they wanted
the
to send
Kings
him
jumped
to
the gun. They wanted an all-star caliber type of player.
And throwing
the best way to option.
Imagine if the Mavericks could have just swapped
That's what I was
for
going,
Sabonis.
Frank. That's why they threw Tyler in it. What you just said, Frank, is why they put Tyler in that trade.
Tyrese.
I'm sorry. Tyrese. You know I'm bad with names. Just correct me. You guys know I don't mind. It's not that.
Actually, kind of like it. I kind of just encourage it, and I feel like
just correct me.
No, I feel like you should just always use it incorrect names because I feel like it's a thing. I feel like it's a thing that I like.
Hey, it's me. It's who I am. But that's what I agree with Frank what just said. But they did kind of jump the gun because they wanted an all-star type of player. But you don't give up that much in a young star, a guy that has the development trait of a star, away for just Sabonis. Like you didn't get, a Brogdon or somebody that was contributing else to the Pacers that could contribute to your team back with him. But he did play a good first game. All right.
They salvaged it a little bit getting DiVincenzo.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. That's the small victory.
Before we go into the big trade,
Me
before
too.
we get into this big trade, I wanted to ask you, are you guys disappointed? Yes or no? Are you guys disappointed the Lakers and the Knicks didn't make any moves?
Hell yeah.
I was gonna say if we were doing a winners and losers, the biggest losers besides the Kings is easily the Lakers. Easily the Lakers because they needed to make a move.
All right, let's get to this trade because I've been waiting.
You're
for
saying
this
that now, but what if they win the chip?
76.
They're not even gonna make playoffs.
I've been waiting for this topic since it happened. All right. Now, not you guys on this panel. I don't think any of you guys have took this route. So, Frank, when I start saying this, don't be looking at me crazy. All right. But I know we all know the heat that Kyrie gets for what he did on the Cavs. He forced his way out of playing with LeBron and winning more championships with LeBron to go have his own team. Now, recently, and there's proof of it, I can send it to you guys after the show. But there was word around the NBA also with Kyrie wanting to have his own team that LeBron was leaving for LA regardless. He was going to LA regardless. The word was already out. So with the flack that Kyrie takes for, and I'm not bringing up the Boston thing because I think he deserves that. He lied to Boston. He lied to us as fans. He said he was coming back. He was going to resign, and he didn't. That's some nasty shit, bro. Just don't say anything. Just do what everybody else said. I got to take it day by day. Don't be like, yeah, I'm coming back. I love you guys. And then be like, yeah, I'm over here with these guys. I love these guys now. So I get everybody, and I'm not saying you guys do, but a whole bunch of, trust me, I was in arguments all last night about James Harden, Kyrie, and their off-court antics is what they call Kyrie. So the
Celtics need to take some blame too. They was talking down on Kyrie.
They do.
They do. How they didn't want him.
They do. It goes both ways. We know that, Frank. But I'm just saying because that's what people point to, that Kyrie said this and then he did this. So that's why I'm saying that. But Kyrie takes a lot of flack for leaving LeBron because he left LeBron. I know why the flack is there, but he left LeBron. He's called the cancer. He doesn't do anything. He got all this off-court antics. But let's get to James Harden. All right, because I'm kind of. It's been a year to date, calendar year, since James Harden's got to the Nets. He hasn't played a full year with them. He forced his way out of Houston around the same time last year. Forced his way out of there. Forced his way out. Then you come to the Nets, right? And maybe it just wasn't a destination he wanted to be at. But so what? You finish it. You finish it, bro. That's what elite players do. They finish it out. KD didn't leave mid-season. LeBron, when he made the decision, didn't leave mid-season. They finished their contracts out. That's why I can have a little bit more respect for them than I can for James Harden. I know the whole KD thing going to Golden State. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about waiting until their contract was up with their team and then going somewhere. James Harden could have opted out at the end of this year and then went somewhere else. He could have finished the season out.
Man.
No, hell no. He could have finished
This is a really bad argument.
He could. No, it's not. He could have finished the season out
Why
with the
didn't
76ers.
Come on.
No, I agree.
I agree with Troy. I
We
agree.
did this with Kyrie when he forced his way out of Cleveland.
That's
You're
crazy.
not going to do this with James.
It's two different
James
situations,
did it. No,
bro.
it's not. James did it twice in
different
1 year.
situations.
He forced himself over 2 teams in 1 year. 1 calendar year, he forced himself. I'm not letting that slide. No, I don't care what nobody's saying. James Harden is worse than Kyrie.
Well, first
He's
of all,
worse than Kyrie.
don't-
Worse than Kyrie.
if
There's
I'm
no
James
way in
Harden,
hell
my
that dude
thing
has
is
that
don't
much
log
power
me over
to
there.
force
Don't
that
log me to
motherfucking
New
thing.
York.
He
Then
had a
Kyrie-
say. He had
Kyrie
a
didn't
say in
tell
going
them-
to New York.
Come on, bro.
He had a say, just like Kyrie had a say in going to Boston. Kyrie had a say in coming to Boston.
I
just
just
like
don't.
he had a say in going to the Nets. He could have told Daryl Morey, no, I want to go to the Sixers, make it happen. No, he wanted to go play with Kyrie and KD. That was his choice. It was reported.
So, all right. So you're not acknowledging the fault on Kyrie and KD in there.
How is it their fault?
Did Kyrie tell James Harden that he wasn't going to play due to the COVID?
We're not doing that. We are not doing that. That is not Kyrie's fault. That is not Kyrie's fault. It's a state mandate.
What are you talking? How is it not Kyrie's fault?
Oh my God! Because if there wasn't a state mandate saying Kyrie could not go into work without a vaccination, he would be able to play even with COVID still out. There are players in the NBA right now that do not have the vaccination that plays everywhere they go.
Got the vaccination. If James Harden is vaccinated, James Harden is vaccinated. So I'm looking at
that argument is scratched. That argument is
scratched. It's to win the championship.
That argument is. I'm not taking the Kyrie thing. If you want to say injuries and all that stuff, I'm not taking the COVID thing because that's not Kyrie's fault. That's 100% not Kyrie's fault.
What are you talking about?
What am I talking? How is that Kyrie's fault? Because he doesn't want to take a shot.
Half a man, half a season.
No, he doesn't. His
We're
not going to get into COVID. You guys know my whole thing on COVID. We're not going to get into COVID. You cannot sit here and tell somebody. You can't tell somebody that I got control of your body. You're either going to take this shot or play. No, I have control of my body. What are you talking about? Kyrie has every.
He's a superstar. He's a superstar. So you got control over your destiny. And you got the opportunity to win a championship with somebody else who's actually going to play every game, who's going to be there week to week, back to back, and who's going to be there in the playoffs. You take that opportunity. KD is hurt. KD is hurt. So you don't know how KD's body's going to respond. And the other guy that's supposed to be your second option, he's not playing half of the time. And we don't know the situation because if they don't change the mandate, now he's by himself.
So guess what now? So guess what now?
He don't want to be by himself.
So guess what now?
He can pull Maya Moore at any point.
So guess what now?
New York just want him to stick it out and gut it out because they lied to him and they misleading. So you want him to gut it out.
Back to play full time. Now what?
Girl, you crazy? You're talking crazy.
Now what excuse y'all gonna use? You're talking crazy because Kyrie, the mandate just got lifted.
We're all talking crazy.
What are you talking about? What do you think? If you want to say injuries, I'll go with you. But you're not going to sit here and say because a state tried to force somebody to get a vaccination and he's not playing, that's his fault.
They didn't force him to do anything.
They did. They told him you either get a shot or you don't play, so he didn't play.
So he chose not to play.
No,
exactly. So he's showing you that he don't care.
That's bullshit.
That he cares more about not getting shot than playing. He's showing you. James Harden went and got the shot. He got the vaccination. He's playing.
That's on him.
And so did KD. And so did the rest of the team.
Okay, hold on. So
can we talk about the trade?
Hold on. Why didn't Bradley Beal get the vaccination and still could play in New York? Answer me that. If it's all on Kyrie and him not getting the vaccination. Bradley Beal don't have a vaccination, and he plays in New York, and he also plays in LA.
You keep talking about Bradley Beal. That we're talking about James Harden, Kyrie, and KD.
You're talking about. You don't have to go to somebody else. You're talking about somebody not getting a vaccination by their choice, and that's his fault. That's not his fault. That's New York's fault for putting him in a situation where he does not want to put something in his body. He doesn't want to put something in his body, not the NBA's body. That's bullshit. Everything else you said, Frank,
the whole team got it.
Everything else you said, Frank, I would agree with you. I'm not taking that COVID. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Half of my family has COVID vaccine.
He's thinking about himself.
If they tell me I can't go to a barbecue because I don't have the vaccine, I'm gonna go get the vaccine. No,
yeah, I don't think
everyone loses.
It's not Kyrie's fault. But like Roy said, let's get back on the train. James Harden did this 2 years in a row, and I'm not happy with it. Well, 1 year. 12 months.
Okay.
Calendar year.
In my opinion, I feel like both teams made out well because I always felt like there was a slight issue in Brooklyn because there were all 3 ball dominant people. So now it alleviates one of the ball dominant people, and you got a guy that is his best attribute is playing defense. So go ahead and just let him play defense. And now he doesn't have the pressure of like scoring because he's got 2 other guys that love to score. So I feel like that is a big thing that is solved for them because now they don't have to worry about, well, like who's going to get the ball, which would be Ben Simmons don't want the ball. So great. He can just guard people. Awesome. But then the Sixers, they were already winning without Ben Simmons playing. And now you add 30 points of offense and 10 assists to that. So I feel like they're like, it doesn't cause them to go any less further in the playoffs. If anything, it pushes them further in the playoffs. So I don't think I feel like both teams made out is what I'm trying to say.
I think it's okay. I don't think it's terrible. I think it's all right. I kind of think the 76ers kind of got the better half of it though. If I had to pick someone to say who got the better half, just because I mean Ben Simmons, okay, whatever. You got Seth Curry and then 2 first-round picks that aren't until like 2027. So those people are in 8th grade right now. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of.
You're sleeping on Seth and Ben though. Seth has like the best 3-point percentage in NBA history.
But for James Harden.
Okay, but also Ben Simmons
and Paul Millsap.
Is Ben Simmons probably the best perimeter defender in the NBA?
Probably.
I'm not disagreeing with you there. I'm just saying that I just think that, you know, I kind of, it goes back to who they gave up to get Harden. So it's like, okay, you also lost Jared Allen. You lost Jared Allen.
I get it.
That's terrible.
That's a really good point. That's a really good point, Roy.
And Karis LeVert as well.
That's a really good point. Yeah.
So that I'm saying, like, in the grand scheme of things, you got rid of, you know, Jared Allen, Karis LeVert. I mean, Dinwiddie. All those people are gone for you to get Simmons, Seth Curry, aged Andre Drummond.
But you can't solve today's problems with yesterday's thinking.
But those actions led up to this situation.
Well, that's true. Yes.
That's how I look at it. I just think I'm trying to think of it as a big picture. Okay, what did we give up to get this? That's true. What they gave up, and I just don't think.
But also, the problems now didn't exist then, so
I agree. That's fair.
Into account. Yeah.
That's fair. I just think that if I'm James Harden, I would have stuck it out. I would have really just played the rest of that year and just see how it went. I just want to see how it went. I don't know that. I mean, I can't speak for him.
As James
Maybe he likes the strip clubs better in Philly. I don't know.
Have you ever been a pissed off employee where it seems like on the outside, everyone's like, oh, that seems like such a great company. I don't understand why you'd quit. But you know why you quit.
Exactly.
Several reasons why you quit that job.
We don't know. We're not him. We can't figure it out.
2 jobs in a row. And within the same 6, within a
12
month.
Okay, in his defense, the first one, Kyrie just coaxed him to come, and he probably didn't even really want to. Kyrie was like, we're going here. Katie's coming. I want you to come too. And James was probably just like.
Kyrie and Katie was already there already.
I think Harden just wants a ring.
Exactly. I think he just wants a ring. If you chasing
and he's probably sick of the bullshit going on in Brooklyn. He's probably like, fuck you, Kyrie. This is some
I don't agree with that, Frank. Philly isn't even better than the Bucks yet. The Bucks are on course to repeat.
I could agree.
So how would his best chance be? If he wanted to win a championship, his best chance would either be go to the Suns or the Warriors. That's his best chance to win a championship this year.
Absolutely not. The best chance is to go with the next most dominant player in the conference, which is Joel Embiid.
Well, in the conference, I would agree with that. But you're talking about this. And then
you got an owner who you're familiar with, and Dan Moore.
That's true.
That's what I'm saying. There's a foundation already for James Harden to succeed.
I agree.
That I agree with. That I agree with. But this trade, my point is, this trade could have been done before he even got to the Nets, because James Harden let it be known when Daryl Morey was still in Houston that he wanted to go to Philly. He wanted to go to Philly, so he should have made that happen. It's just, and it's the same thing with the Kyrie situation. Kyrie wanted to go, I forget what was his first destination, but they couldn't give it to him, so he got sent to Boston. But Boston was on that list. I get what GK is saying. Yeah, things not working out. We didn't know that him and Kyrie had a problem. They legitimately had a problem. They legitimately was beefing behind the scenes. We didn't know that. Nobody knew that. We didn't know that they had a problem, that they had issues. There was some reports coming out that James Harden wasn't happy and James Harden's annoyed with Kyrie, but we didn't know Kyrie wasn't feeling James Harden from when he walked through that door. That's the report now. So that's why I'm saying Roy is right. There's a lot of things that go into it. Who wins the draft? I mean, the trade, I think they both won, because like KD said it during the All-Star picks, both teams got what they want. James wanted to be in this 76ers uniform since last year when he asked for a trade. And now he got the trade he wanted, and then Ben wanted out. So now Ben gets out. I think Ben would be a better fit. See, and the reason why I'm so hot is because I've been having these debates all night with people saying Ben, they don't see the fit. Like, no, what you guys don't get is the Nets ain't asking Ben to shoot the ball. That's the biggest thing knock on Ben. They ain't asking him to shoot the ball.
That's going to be a problem.
He doesn't need to shoot the ball.
That's why the 76ers
Thank you, G. No, he doesn't need that. The problem was for the 76ers, not for the Nets, Frank. The Nets ain't gonna want. They're gonna utilize him how he needs it. Ben Simmons is a slasher. He's a slasher. Use him in that position. Just use him there. You can have a lineup with Patty Mills running the point, Steph Curry at the 2, Ben at the 3, and then whoever else you want to fill the last 2 spots out, with Ben just running up and down the court, setting screens and running to the basket, catching lobs. That's Ben's talent. Just use him as what he is. Yeah, we want to see Ben improve. Yeah, everybody wants to see Ben get a jump shot. I do. And we've seen videos of Ben shooting in the gym. He wasn't with me. No, Ben was shooting it, but that's what I'm saying. Hold on, GK. Hold on. I understand that. They don't need scoring. They don't need shooting from him. They don't need this next team. Don't need shooting from him.
They just need him to play defense.
They need him to play defense and rebound and get in the paint and get the easy points in the paint. That's all. Ben, the one question I have about Ben, Frank, is where me and you might agree is his aggressiveness. Ben has to be aggressive all the time. All the time. If he's not, it's not going to work.
Hear me out. The Nets might have won this. If the goal for the Nets is to win the championship, then they've lost the short term. They've lost the short-term goal, the short-term win. They got it if it's a long term. If you're looking at it in a long-term sense, then they won this trade. Then the trade, I would say, it broke even. Because if everybody's best case scenario, if everybody's healthy, Kyrie can play all of these games, KD is healthy, Ben is there. Then I would look at the situation like, all right, maybe they both won the deal. Maybe they both won the deal because now Ben can actually he can do some of the stuff that he was doing in Philly as far as creating for others and then just worrying about defense. This is where they lose it in the short term if they're building on the championship. If all of that isn't perfect, if Kyrie can't play, if KD comes around and misses a couple games in the playoffs, and now you have to solely rely on Ben Simmons to be the number 1 option and to lead you guys to the promised land or to hold you over until those guys come back or whatever the case is, then that's when I would say that's when the Nets lose the trade. Because if their ultimate goal is to win the championship now, I don't see how this helps them win the championship now if everything isn't ideal for them as far as Kyrie playing on a nightly basis, as far as KD remaining healthy and the surrounding pieces around them playing up to par. As far as James Harden and the 76ers, he gets to go back to doing some of the stuff that he was doing when he was having his most success in Houston. I would say he has a better version of a Dwight Howard when he had Dwight Howard over there in Houston with him. Now you've got somebody who like Joel Embiid who can step out, who can actually play on the perimeter offensive. He can run the pick and roll. He can spread the floor for James Harden, and then they can all create for others. He can pass out of the post. James Harden can play one-on-one. He can play team ball, and then there's also times where he could just set up. He could just spot up and just let Joel Embiid create and then find him. That's going to work. That's going to benefit more for the 76ers than it's going to benefit for the Brooklyn Nets. That's why I say that the Brooklyn Nets lost this deal. Everything has to be ideal for them for me to say, yes, this deal is a 50-50. Yes, they got as equal as amount as they gave up in James Harden. That whole situation, and as far as James Harden getting over there, we all know that situation. James Harden, Kyrie, KD, they all lauded for James Harden to come over there. He did want to be with Daniel Morey, wherever Daniel Morey went. He went to the 76ers. He wanted to be there initially. They lauded him over there. None of them told him that, hey, I might miss some games if they mandate this COVID, or I might not play a couple games. And KD is clearly siding with Kyrie. He's not going to leave Kyrie because they were the one that went over there together. So obviously James Harden is the odd man looking out. So either way, it was going to be all on him. It's either going to be all on Ben. James Harden sees. He sees what's going to happen. He sees the bigger picture if everything isn't ideal. So why not? At me being a superstar, chasing championships, I'm chasing the rings. I'm going to the best situation, the next best situation that's going to give me, because he only has 1 year anyway. He can leave anyway. There's no. Why would you waste a year? Why would you waste the chance to get to the championship?
So why did Kyrie have a problem with James? If James saw the bigger pictures, what is Kyrie's problem? You just said Kyrie wanted James there, right? We all know that. You're correct. They told James
Kyrie and KD, they wanted for James Harden to come over there.
Because what? They wanted to win a championship together, and they thought James can help them do that 100%. But James had to believe in that to go there. right? If he didn't believe in that going there, that's on James, nobody else. It's not on Kyrie and it's not KD. If James didn't believe in a team that he was going
him for
to
believing
win,
in that day.
if James didn't believe, because we're faulting everything else, right? You guys been faulting everything else, right? If James
it's been the
didn't
James
believe,
Harden show. It's been
if James did
Harden's
not
carrying.
believe, if James didn't believe,
It's been the Brooklyn
if James
Rockets all
didn't
over
believe,
again.
but if James
Facts.
didn't believe, if James did not believe that gave him the best opportunity to win, why would he go there? That's my only question. You could put. I'm asking a simple, logical question. If just like Kyrie accepted to go to Boston because he thought he had a chance to win a championship there. Am I wrong about that? Kyrie he accepted the trade to Boston because it was a number of teams. He accepted it because he thought that was one of the destinations he could win a title in recent years while he was there. James did the same thing.
That was one of the only places
that
was going to give Kyrie his own
And then he
team.
realized he was wrong.
No, it was a couple of teams. It was a couple of teams that Kyrie could have went to.
All right, so they and
it wasn't even Kyrie's own team. He still had Jason Tatum going on.
There wasn't a whole bunch of teams that was lauded to make Kyrie the number one player on their team. That's not
no, because of what he was doing. It put a bad taste in people's mouth. I agree.
All right, so y'all took the chance. That's
yeah,
why
we did. We did, and that's what. And I agree with you. I agree with you earlier. I agree with you earlier when you said Boston has to take some of that fault. I agree with you earlier when you said Boston has to take some of that fault. What I'm saying is you're putting the fault on KD and Kyrie. James has to take some of that too, and that's all I'm saying. The same thing you gave me with the Bulls.
What blame do you want him to take?
It's not even about taking blame. He didn't achieve what he was injured there too. So did he go and tell Kyrie and KD, "Hey, yo, I might miss a couple of games due to the injury"? See, you just said, Frank, James didn't know that Kyrie and them didn't go to him and tell him, oh, he's going to miss games from COVID and injury. Did James tell them the same thing? No, they all went into it thinking that if everything panned out correctly, they will be healthy and they will win a championship.
And KD.
But it's not, I'm not going to go back into it, but it's not.
He missed a couple games compared to KD and Kyrie.
Bro.
They only played 16 games together. All three only played 16.
He didn't miss no couple games.
16.
13-3.
Like he didn't miss no couple games. James missed a big portion of a nice stint last season when he got there to come back in the playoffs. He was hurt in the playoffs, played there. I give him that credit. He came back early this season, wasn't right. Do you not understand the games he missed in the beginning of the season? James wasn't there 100% either. So I agree with you 100%, Frank, but you got to throw James in there too because it's all three of their faults. I'm not letting none of them slide. And I know I came down hard on James, but the only reason why I came hard down on James is because we do this. We did it to Kyrie. We did it to in all circumstances might be different, but we did it to Kyrie. We did it to KD. James, LeBron James got the heat when he went to do the decision. It's nasty what James did. It's nasty to force yourself out of two situations within a calendar year. It's nasty, bro. Whether you happy or not, you had an option at the end of the year. That's all I'm saying. I'm speaking from a fan. I'm not speaking facts. Nothing that come out my mouth could be considered facts. It's me speaking as a fan and what I'm seeing. James Harden, Roy said the same thing. He could have finished his year out, opted out, and went to Philly. Like I don't understand. He could have did it. We can't sit here and say, "Yo, he shouldn't have." No, maybe it was enough drama, Frank. To you, it was enough drama in that locker room that made him want to get out of there. But let's not act like Kyrie wasn't happy. He was gone. That's what I'm saying. It's two sides to the story. I'm going on James' side. You guys are talking about it from us, but it's two sides to the story. James Harden wasn't happy there, and Kyrie wasn't happy with him there. So it must have been something between those two that from the
you want him to just stay there?
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying. What did I just say after I said it?
That's equivalent to being in a relationship with somebody
who you don't like. It's points.
You don't like this person. I don't like you.
I said he could have finished his. I literally just said he could have finished the season out. But if it was enough, I said, Frank, I agree with you. There was enough drama there for him to want to leave. I just said that before you even said anything that you just said. So I don't know where you're getting that from. I just literally agree with you. Yes, James Harden got out of there. Because
you're contradicting yourself.
No, I'm not. What I'm saying is James should have finished it out because that's what people do.
You say, hey,
what do we not? Hold on. Last thing I'm gonna say. Last thing I said, I get why he left, but he could have stuck it out because we said the same thing about Kyrie. It makes sense. We said the same thing about Kyrie. Kyrie could have stuck it out with LeBron James and not left. But now I'm using that same logic here with James and Kyrie. It doesn't fit. It doesn't fit.
The logic is different.
No, it's not. It's the same thing. Everybody said Kyrie should have finished the year out with James to win more championships. I'm saying James could have finished the year out with Kyrie and KD and possibly won a championship. Tell me how it's different. You tell me how
Kyrie went and had surgery. Kyrie's season got ended by surgery.
Because they didn't want to trade him, so he did antics. What did James do? What was James' antics?
The
Rockets told James, we're going to trade you. James came out bowling. They was like, we're not trading you. What did James do? Play like shit. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. The same thing. The same exact thing.
My,
We gotta move on. We pushing 3 hours the way we're going. I'm excited. I love this episode, Frank. I'm glad you're back because no episode that you were not on did we have an argument or debate like this. So I'm glad you're back. All right. But let's get on. This is what we do here. This is what we do. That's why I don't know. It shouldn't be a problem between any of us because this is how I am. Frank, that's how you are. It's all in love, bro. We know that. It's all. I haven't said it in a while, so I think I need to refresh everybody's memory. Let's say it together on a count of 3. All right, 1, 2, 3. It's all in love.
all
All right, it's all in love. We love each other here. All right. GK put his head down. I guess it's not all in love for him. All right. But we're gonna have to re-about GK. But let's get down to these last 2 topics. All right. Like I said, I've been up all night arguing with people. So I was waiting to get here to get this off. And I expected Frank to give me some pushback. I tell you the truth, I expected it to be Frank to give me some pushback. It was 70% Frank, 30% GK. That's the two. That was my percentage I had in my head. I was like, one of these guys is gonna give me some shit. But I wanted to point out with the all-star, with the all-time sports list, I gave it away in the quarterback draft, so I couldn't do it. I actually was going to say Muhammad Ali, Larry Bird, Serena Williams, and Eli Manning, just to get y'all reaction, and then be like, nah, it's Tiger Woods. But I was like, nah, let me bother Frank too much. But I want to go through something real quick. So for you guys, Charles and Roy, I know you guys been waiting for this. So GK and Frank and Richie, Chicago. Last episode. What'd you say, Charles?
I'm sorry. I said I think I got a bad feeling. No.
All right. So, Frank, I hope you can hear me. So last episode, we did an all-star draft list. It only wound up being Roy and Charles on the episode. So I gave Charles LeBron James and I gave Roy KD. Now, I'm going to tell you the teams that they picked. All right. So everybody knows.
Can you show it on the screen?
You want me to show it on the screen?
Yeah.
All right. I'll show it on the screen. All right.
All right. Y'all tell me. What team you would like to have?
All right, let's look at it first. All right, so LeBron. Oh, what the fuck? Can y'all see it?
Yeah.
All right, so LeBron is Charles, KD is Roy. So for the listeners at home, if you didn't catch the episode, I'll just read you the team. So Charles, LeBron James, Steph Curry, James Harden, Andrew Wiggins, Anthony Davis was his starting 5, and then Zion, Garland, Levine, Butler, Tatum, Randall, and Van Vliet finished out his bench. And then Roy had Giannis, Joker, Morant, Doncic, and KD as his starting 5, DeRozan, Young, Embiid, Booker, Gobert, Paul, and Mitchell as his finishing out his bench, right? So this was Charles and Roy's draft. Roy, what's my favorite saying? I had nothing to do with this.
Yeah,
nothing to do with this.
Yeah, he didn't.
I tried to give him Anthony Bennett. That's the only thing I had to do with this. I tried to make Charles pick Anthony Bennett. That's it. All right, I take my responsibility. All right, so what the plan was to find somebody to take these 2 teams and put them into 2K and let them play and see who had the better team. So I tried to do the All-Star. So I went through a season. I simulated the season to get to the All-Star, but 2 people won captains other than KD and James, and it was somebody that didn't get picked on the All-Star team. So what I did was I took the starting 5 from LeBron's team and the starting 5 from KD's team. I made the Nets, KD's team, Lakers, LeBron team, and I put these players up against each other. So I want to give you guys the results because it was some shit, bro. So I watched the whole game. I literally watched the whole game. Like I literally had to get in there and make subs because they kept trying to sub the bench in. So I had to sub the bench back out. So only the starters played because I wasn't controlling anybody. I couldn't do it to make them just leave it. So I want to give you
by 40.
You can.
Ooh, gee, I mean, Frank, you coming back hot. So what do you guys want to know? You want to know stats or you want to know game totals, like the whole game? What do you want to know?
How many you did one simulation?
Yeah, just one game.
Okay.
Just one
How
game.
many minutes was it?
How many points did
8-minute
KD
quarters.
have? How many
8-minute
points
quarters.
did KD have?
It was 8-minute quarters.
Bro, you should have told me. I could have gave you the full game length with only starters and done like 100 simulations.
No, I don't want you to. I wanted to watch it. That's why, and it took me about 40 minutes to watch the game. So I didn't want to keep doing it. What I'm gonna do is when we have the 3, we're gonna do another 3 versus 3, 21 game when all of us together, and me, you, Roy, and Frank. And then I'm gonna take that and make a tournament out of it. We'll play each team twice, and whoever has the most wins out of it will go to the finals and win and see who has the best 3 people.
How many points did KD have?
So I'll tell you KD's thing in a bit.
I just want to.
That'll
tell me what happened.
I'm gonna start off with total points.
Whoa.
One team had 96.
Uh-huh.
The other team had 66.
Wow.
I know who had 96.
Frank, you were kind of right. Field goals were
told you.
close. Field goals were close. The team that had 96 points went 37 for 66. They went 16 from 19 from 3. That's a key. 16 from 19 from 3.
That makes me think.
The team that scored 66 went 28 for 67 from the field and 8 for 21 from 3. All right. What else y'all want to know? Rebounds was similar. Steals and blocks was similar. Turnovers was similar. Everything else was similar. But let's get to the box score. All right. That's
First
the bottom
quarter.
one. All right. So KD had 36 points,
Ooh.
9 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block.
Okay.
Luka Doncic had 25 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block. Ja Morant had 18 points, 1 rebound, 7 assists, and 1 steal. Nikola Jokic had 10 points, 11 rebounds, 9 assists, almost a triple-double. Giannis Antetokounmpo had 9 points, 11 rebounds, 6
He had
assists.
9 points.
3 steals, and 2 blocks. Yeah, KD had 36, bro. KD literally took 26 shots. So, all right, to the other team. Steph Curry had 22 points, Charles.
Right.
2 rebounds, 3 assists. Anthony Davis, 16 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. LeBron James had 15 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. James Harden had 10 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and Andrew Wiggins had 3 points, 3 rebounds, 3 steals, and 2 blocks.
Okay, so
Wow. Congratulations, right?
So the winner was the Nets. All right. KD had a better team. And let me tell you something. At the end of the first half, KD had 17 points and Steph Curry had 17 points. The lead was 5 points. All right. The Nets had a 5-point lead. The game was back and forth. It was, I think, 15 ties and about 3 or 4 lead changes. The Lakers' biggest lead was 5, and obviously the Nets' biggest lead was 30. Charles, your team got their ass whipped by 30 points, bro.
This is why I don't get with LeBron most of the time, you know?
So I just thought that's a fun fact. So we gotta do that from now on. We gotta GK, if you said you can control 2K that way, then we'll slide that over to you to do the simulations and stuff.
I got NFL, by the way, if you ever want to do it on that.
So that might be a little harder to do it on that end.
I'm 1-0, baby. Let's go. Undefeated.
So what are your thoughts on that, Frank? You like that? You like how things?
Yeah, I like that. That's dope.
That's dope, right? That's pretty cool. I was sitting here yesterday. Now I gotta make this game happen. What I'm gonna do? Starting 5. I did it yesterday. I'm doing starting 5. I made it happen. It was hard because the only reason why I didn't do the full rosters is because I couldn't move Zion off the Pelicans because he's injured.
If it was the full roster,
It probably would have been 100-40.
Yeah.
Like, it was the second half was crazy. I mean, you guys had to see it to believe it. It was crazy. KD just came out lighting it. I think he scored like 10 straight points. Like KD was killing it.
That's probably what would really happen in real life if it really happened. And looking back at it,
KD killed, bro.
Always
and
would get.
Doncic,
I usually would always.
Doncic with 25 points was cold, bro, because he was cooking James Harden in the first half.
Good.
Cooking him. I'm like, yo.
Good. Send him
exciting
straight to Philly.
So we're gonna do it again. We're gonna do a top 3 versus 3 game to 21. We all gonna pick 3 players. We cannot pick the same player, and we're gonna put them in 2K. We're gonna have a tournament. I'll talk with you guys to see who faces who first in the tournament and how we're gonna move the brackets along, and then we'll make it happen, and we'll see who picked the best 3. Because blacktop, you know, anything can happen in blacktop. It's blacktop, all right?
That's
so
true.
We're going to get it. But we're down to the last 2 things, all right? So I want to run another cut 1 player by you guys, this time NBA edition. I'm going to give you 4 names. You got to give me 1 cut. And I got this off of Facebook. Somebody posted it in one of the groups. So I was like, I got to ask the boys this. So here's the question, boys. Cut 1 player. I don't know why I'm going to do this. Kobe, Bird, Magic, or Shaq?
Bird.
Don't ask me. It's like, no. All right.
Frank, I knew you was going to say Bird. That's why I said Hellboy. But
That's tough.
Thank you. Somebody acknowledges it. It's not as easy as Frank made it seem.
But...
Richie, who you got?
I'm thinking Shaq.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people on this post picked Shaq, which was surprising to me.
I think
because I was going Shaq too. As dominant as Shaq was, I get more out of the other 3.
Most dominant player in NBA
history. Yeah. GK, what's up? Who you got? Who you cutting?
I don't think there's a wrong answer.
No, it's not. This one's a tricky one. Y'all surprised me
So
on the
tricky,
NFL
though.
one because I thought all of you guys was going to cut Diggs, and everybody's talking about Hopkins. Like we gotta address this on another episode. Frank,
You
I
shouldn't
don't know
be
how you let
surprised.
this slide. Frank, you
Shouldn't
let it
be
slide, but
surprised.
you don't let me slide with
season.
James
Diggs
Harden.
did. I want a guy with 17 games.
You argue me all the way down with the James Harden, but niggas cut Hopkins. You just let it slide.
Nah, I ain't want to get too crazy into it, but yeah.
Yeah, let it slide. We
But we got a little crazy.
No, I was planning to get crazy on James Harden. Whether you guys gave me feedback or not, I was going off on James.
I cut Shaq, by the way.
That's probably why right there.
I cut.
Because you're a Bills fan, so you can't cut Diggs.
Well, see, the thing is, it's a weird question because you don't give us 6 people. There's only 4.
No,
so,
I'm
like,
not giving you 6. I just need you to cut one.
so yeah, but that's what I mean. So, like, who are the other 2 guys on my team? Like,
It's not about a team.
Don't matter.
It's not about. See, you're thinking in team sense. It's not about a team. It's just players. Cut one of these players.
right. So if I have all 4 of those guys on my team and I got to
Oh.
cut one, it matters who my other center is.
Now you might have Wilt Chamberlain on your bench. You don't know,
That's what I mean. Then I can cut Shaq.
but I'm saying, yeah, just who's the better one?
But if I don't
Are
have,
we moving
if I don't
on?
have another center, I'm not cutting Shaq.
Are we moving on?
Today's episode.
I'm cutting Shaq. I cut Shaq.
Yeah, I
I
would
do.
cut Shaq. Frank,
Yeah,
who
I think-
Frank
I'd
said
say Shaq.
Bird. Who you got, Richie, Chicago?
Shaq. That's a Shaq. Yeah.
Shaq. So I think the consensus is Shaq here. Most dominant player. Let's not.
No,
Yeah,
yeah.
some respect.
No,
I'm not
no
cutting
disrespect.
Unless
Yeah,
my
let's-
backup center is like Hakeem, I'm not cutting Shaq.
Or what's his name? From the Spurs. Yeah.
All right. So I was
Robinson.
going to
Robinson.
touch on. Do any of you guys want to give your thoughts on? I have like 3 little subtopics, and then we have final thoughts. Then any of you guys want to give your thoughts on Alvin Kamara's battery charge?
Wow.
Idiot.
That sucks for him.
Don't go to
Idiot.
Vegas.
Idiot.
Don't go to
Dude.
Vegas.
I guess
The
that's
longest
it.
yard part 2.
Frank, I guess that's it. I guess that's it.
Artie
That's it.
Artie
Let's move
Burns,
on.
Henry
That's it.
Ruggs.
Anybody want to touch on
The
Kyler
all-
Murray?
the team,
Anybody
like,
want
yeah.
to touch on Kyler Murray's unsubscribing to the Cardinals?
He's coming to the Steelers.
Girl.
I bet he goes to Washington or something crazy.
He's coming to
Girl.
Pittsburgh.
That's
What
what
was
a
the question?
girl does.
Last thing, anybody want to touch on LaMelo Ball and Murray making the All-Star team? Do you think anybody got snubbed
Thick.
over them?
Nah, that's true.
Congrats. I don't think Draymond should have been an all-star at all.
I kind of.
That's
Happy
fair.
that he got
That's
replaced.
fair.
Final thoughts. We're going again. Final thoughts.
Do it again.
Roy, final thoughts.
Final thoughts, man. I hope for a good Super Bowl. You know, everyone, please, if you are driving, people do drink, so please drive safe. You know, get a
Real.
DD. You know, use an Uber, use something, man. Please, your life is so valuable. Please don't make a dumb mistake. You know, take care of yourself, and God bless you guys. And let's hope we have a good football game.
Richie.
Speaking of points bet, I got tails never fails for the coin toss. Make sure you bet that. And
Ooh.
orange, the colored Gatorade plus 200. I'm doing orange. So some betting tips if you use points bet. So super fun.
Oh, final thoughts.
Yes, sir. Just want to thank you for having a good show. I thought it was great. You know,
Which one was it?
and also,
I don't know where rank on our top list. Frank. We're gonna discuss that after we get off.
yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Super Bowl. Yeah. Rams are gonna smash them, I think, and that's the end of that. So I hope the Brady talk stops. You know. So.
Okay.
You can get -4 Rams and over 48.5 at plus 250. So that's where I'm at.
It's like FTS.
Frank.
250.
FTS 250. What is that, Nicole?
It must be.
What is that for?
What's that for? It's for points.
What was the website again?
Nah,
Go,
I'm dragging it
go,
out.
Frank.
Go ahead, Frank. Final thoughts.
First off, yo, it's good to be back, yo. I missed a couple episodes, man, but I missed the vibes. I too am wishing for a good Super Bowl. Everybody be safe, drive safe afterwards. And Titans fans, let's hold our breaths, man. Hopefully we can get A-Rod out there.
It's on the next doc.
Moved out to Nashville, yeah.
Hey,
he's gonna bring Adam.
Hey, Frank, side note.
Over.
Frank, side note with
You know
your
what I
final
mean?
thoughts. On the next doc is what happened to Tennessee.
Yo, chill, yo.
No, because no, it's a couple of people that want to talk to you. Me, Roy, L. Bush, man. We've been looking for you.
Yeah.
We've been looking
We've
for
been hunting your ass.
All right, so as
down,
soon as I
boy.
get L. Bushman in this building, it's on the dock, bro. It is on the dock. I think they're gonna
Rub that
tear
on
you
yourself.
up.
Gotta be
I
on
told you,
one.
I'm
I'll be lenient.
I'm on one, Frank.
Roy been looking for you for weeks. He's
I'm
like,
on
"Where's
one,
this
Frank.
tighten up
I'm
dude
on
at?
one.
Where's this tighten up?
Where's
dude?"
ball, Roy? Yo, I ain't doing this to you when the Steelers lost, yo. I was here for you, yo.
True.
He said I want the
Yeah,
same
thank
respect.
you, man. Respect for y'all, man.
Nah, so I'm gonna finish with my final thoughts. It's something funny from yesterday's my guest appearance on Taco and Touchdowns. We were talking about the Super Bowl halftime performance, and we got Dr. Dre, Eminem, Snoop Dogg, Kendrick Lamar, Mary J. Blige, and we started talking about the best moments, best halftime moments in Super Bowl history. And you know the Janet Jackson moment came up. Right? Janet Jackson moment. I said it should happen again. Kendrick Lamar should do it to Mary J. Blige. Should rip that shit off. We can have another one. 2 top titty moments. All right. But this is your host, Troy, man. This is From the Sideline. Thank you guys for sticking with us, man. And we out. Peace.